Welcome, lovely people. Today I am playing on my PlayStation and we are on the EU server. We are here because we're going to be having a look at the new Vortex Resurgence Mega Capsule. I have 25 of them and we're going to open them all, see what the drop rate is like, and then see what the reward is like. I have already seen Meta Knight's video on this, so she does actually give us a really good look at all the different styles that we can receive. So I'm curious to see what it looks like when I play in-game and have a look at them on my character. And if there are any changes since the test server, which is, I think, where Meta Knight receives them. And then, yeah, I definitely want to see what the drop rate is like, because since the changeover of the developers, it seems like to me, I could be mistaken, but it seems like to me our drop rate has gotten worse and there's a higher probability of me getting repeats of things. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. It could just be in my head. Maybe I'm wrong. But that's what it seems like, which is unfortunate. I'm just going to make sure all my settings are good over here. Beautiful. And then we will jump over to my phone so that I can see the chat. You can see on my screen at the moment all the information about the Resurgence Mega Capsule, so hopefully that's helpful to some people. Apparently the live did not want to pop on my phone, so that's fun. Give me a second, guys, just to get the chat up. Or like more than a second, because apparently it doesn't want to work. All right, bear with me. I'm going to go through YouTube instead of there. There we go. Hopefully this works. And we've got it. Okay. All right. Oh, so I can see some people are here. Hello, Tony. Hello, Ray Sean. Tony says, hey, Shadow, do you know where I can find a Wolverine helmet and Raj Al Ghul haircut style? The Raj Al Ghul, or is it Raz Al Ghul? Haircut style, I know that you can get if you play a male character. It's a collection completion. So I have done this collection completion, but I've done it with all female characters, so I ended up with the Talia Al Ghul hairstyle. I can't remember specifically which one it is. I did have to look it up when I did it, but I do know that you just need to complete a collection and you will be able to get it that way. Hello, my mum. Oni said, I wasn't even aware there was a new Mega Capsule. So it has already popped on the EU server. It hasn't popped on US, Xbox, or Switch yet. It always happens on the EU server first, just because our reset is slightly earlier. So let's read through it. I will also just warn you guys, I have been not well. If I sound a little bit not quite right, it's probably just because I'm not feeling 100%. I very much apologize. I'm getting better. I'm on the mend, but I do think that I sound a little bit not quite right. Honestly, look, most people have said they can't tell, and I think my mom is the only one who can tell when I'm not feeling so good, but I'm not feeling the best, so I do apologize if that comes through at all, because I don't intend for it to. Let's read through this information. So it says, new Resurgence Mega Capsule. It is called the Vortex Resurgence Mega Capsule. You can see a couple of what the Vortex items look like on the two characters they have there. Available for a limited time, open the Vortex Resurgence Mega Capsule to receive unlocked versions of the 9 most recent time capsules, plus a choice of a new Vortex, an iconic emote, or a classic power set material. Homecoming continues. We already know complete the Homecoming 2025 before September 23rd, 2025 to receive the new Starbolt iconic ability for all characters on your account. And it looks like we've got a marketplace sale, which is 20% off the new unlocked Vortex Resurgence Mega Capsules on the marketplace. Now, I'm not going to open them on my villain. I only went onto my villain because she is someone I haven't logged in with to look at the Resurgence Mega Capsules. So let's swap over to my other character who actually has them to open, which is my main hero. And we'll check out that drop rate and see how we go. Tony said, also, I commented on the video if you can help me with the Mogo mission. If there's a comment somewhere that I haven't answered yet, it's probably because I haven't got to it. Or occasionally YouTube doesn't give me a notification. I'm not really sure why it does it like that, but every now and then when I do like a full check of everything on my channel, which I do on my computer, it'll show me a bunch that I haven't answered and was never notified about. So if I haven't answered, it might be that, or it might just be I haven't got to it yet. I think I saw about 5 or 6 comments for me to answer when I logged in, but I needed to get my video first. So I'm going to do this first and then I can have a look at comments after. Unless it's, you're talking about a comment where I did answer. Which, are you the person who was asking me about the, oh, I forgot what the blue thing is that we collect so that we can complete the missions on Mogo. You weren't able to get the style piece, the Omnipotence gear. I'm wondering if that might have been you. I'm not sure. All right, I'm going to first turn off my UI because it just blocks our ability to see the new pieces on screen. Oh, and I forgot to say, can everyone text yes if they can hear me? I assume you can all hear me. I could be rambling on and no one heard a word I said. That's possible. I do know what I'm like. Oni said, is everybody sick because of the weather change? Well, I haven't had a weather change. We still have grey and rain over where I am in Australia, so the weather hasn't changed. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's been wrong. It's kind of like a cold thing. It's not a big deal. It's just a little thing, but every now and then I get very, very, very dizzy and have to lay down. And on top of that, I was not feeling well. And I went to go shopping with my brother, even though I wasn't feeling well, I needed groceries. And on my way to the car, I sprained my ankle. I've sprained my ankle something like 40 times in my life. I have weak ankles. It's quite common, but it's a pain in the butt because it happened right at the wrong moment, you know, when I'm already not well and have things to get done. And actually, the fact that you've referenced that means that people can definitely hear me, so that's good. Tony said, must be allergy season. I don't know. I don't get allergies very much. I have allergies against cats, which is funny because I have cats. But yeah, otherwise the allergy season doesn't really tend to affect me. I think maybe I've just been eating some things that haven't agreed with me, to be honest. I think that's probably the cause. Oni said, I'm sick too, my head's killing me, my nose is clogged and I'm coughing and it doesn't make my asthma any better. Oh my goodness, that sounds horrible. I do not envy you that situation. I know what it's like to have a little bit of a breathing issue as well. Not that I'm saying yours is a little bit, could be big, I don't know. Oh, Tony said same. I think I hate going outside now. Aw, that's a little sad. Yeah, I walked outside and my ankle was like, no, you're not going anywhere, go back to bed. Shocking timing, honestly. We also rent, and we had an inspection that was supposed to be today, and I'm already unwell, and I was like, okay, inspection's tomorrow, I'll get my groceries shopping done, we'll get ready for the inspection, and then my ankle gave way. So I called our real estate agent, who was lovely about it, and said, don't worry about it, we'll reschedule. So I was like, thank you. So I've had my leg up most of the time. My mum has been so helpful making sure I don't do anything. And she's been making me coffee. Now, for those of you who don't know, my mum does not drink coffee. The fact that she's happy to make me a coffee is just lovely. Oni said, I live out in the countryside in the middle of nowhere on a Mennonite dairy farm, miles and miles of farmland. I don't know what Mennonite means. I'm very, very sorry. Oh, Tony said, oh, no, you did answer. Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. The blue missive. Great. Okay. Did it work? Did you end up finding it and getting it done? Because there's like a problem if people have completed the mission and they receive the one on their first character and then they don't collect it and it doesn't activate for other characters, which is why I was like, if you go to the vendor, you should be able to collect it regardless, because once it's done, it's done. But I'm not sure because it's been a little while since I did it. Yeah, you couldn't buy the bracelet. Sorry, I saw that popping up at the bottom. Man, you guys are quick to chat. Tony said DCUO video was Pursuit of Lissa. That's where I commented. Yes, and you said about the blue missive. Yeah, I do remember that conversation. Oh, it didn't work. You couldn't buy them. I'm wondering if maybe what's happened is whatever character you've run through the initial mission with, you didn't collect what you received at the end of that one. I don't know if it's the same, if it's the missive or it's something else that you get, but whatever you do at the end of that mission is what activates it for all your other characters to be able to skip it. So Tony said, how do I switch the server because I play on PS5? I have 2 videos on my channel explaining how to play 2 servers if you want to play EU and US. Do keep in mind if you use the same account for both that you might want to be careful about how many characters you have just in case they ever merge the servers, then you don't want to lose any characters through the merge. But yeah, it's quite fun because you get to play with a whole bunch of different people. I really enjoy it. It's what allows me to play with Multiverse and Superman. It's been lovely. So yeah, it's good fun playing both. Oni said, and I'm just recovering from a yellow jacket sting, oh my goodness, on my arm, and now I've got a cold because of the weather change. You're doing what I'm doing, stacking injuries and illness all on top of each other. It's not a fun time, is it? We're not having fun. Tony said, I'm sorry, I just don't know how to do it. I feel not smart. Oh, being not smart has nothing to do with it. It's complicated. They didn't make it very simple. In fact, when they first put it into the game, it had a glitch that wouldn't allow it to allow other characters to skip, and they had to add it in. Don't stress, it's not your fault. If I could explain it better, I would. I might have to, like, show it. maybe. I could do it on a different account. As you guys know, I have a few different accounts. So I could play through the content on a different account and show you, but that would mean we have to go through the entire mission first so that I can show you that piece, but that is not today. Today we are looking at the Vortex Resurgence Mega Capsule. So it looks like it says, in fact, it definitely says, it just doesn't look like it. It's not trying to trick us, we hope. This Vortex Resurgence Mega Capsule contains unlocked versions of the 9 most recent time capsules, plus a choice of new power set Vortex accessory, an iconic emote, or a power set material. So I'm curious on what power set materials and the emote is, so we'll have a look at that. Oh, it also says it contains one of each of these unlocked versions of capsules. So the 9 most recent, which will be Secrets of Karndark, Neon Techromancer, Kryptonian General, Batman Eternal, Total Tool, Deadly Katana, Apocalyptian Overlord, Mystical Magician, one of my favorites, and Absolute Dark Knight. It means that the 10th one, whatever was preceding those, is probably now available at the vendor. So when you do go across to Booster Gold in the House of Legends, you should be able to see a new capsule in there with a whole list of items that you're able to get. Tony said, are you playing as a villain? Can I join a group with you? At the moment, I'm playing as a hero, and I'm not doing any content. Like, I'm not running anything. I'm just opening the capsules today so we can look at the drop rate, have a look at the items. It would depend. If I do something live, I'm more than happy for people to join me so that we can get things done in that way. But if I'm creating a video to explain something, that's a little different because no one knows what time I'm recording that. And most of the time, the majority of people are asleep for that. But yeah, you're more than welcome to join me when we do live streams where everyone's able to join in. I do put them up on my channel so that people know times and dates, and I do polls so that people can decide what gets done. But yeah, if I can, I will try to work in doing a video explaining how you're able to unlock that initial mission to be able to purchase the item at the vendor on Mogo. Yeah, because I think something might have gone amiss there, and I'm not sure exactly what happened. But let's open these. I'm very, very curious to see what we get. So let's start, shall we? I'm a little excited. Okay. Oh, I see. So it's giving us this as well. We've got a jump rope of truth. I want to look at the vortexes, okay? So we're going to grab the vortexes before anything else. So let's grab the watchful vortex. And you'll notice that only one of my capsules appeared up here. That's because for some reason I have a massive stack of already unlocked capsules from all my other capsule openings. I even have 2 of these that are unlocked to open for the regalia accessory. So, you know, I have a stockpile for no reason. So we got the watchful. Let's go for another one. Terrestrial vortex, excellent. Oh, Arctic material would have been handy when I was making my Emma Frost the other day, wouldn't it? Ah, too late now. All right, hang on. Let's put them in a little bit of alphabetical order so I can keep it straight in my head. We've got watchful and terrestrial. Green glowing vortex. Okay, sounds good. I am hoping for the mental one and the quantum one. They are the ones that looked really, really pretty when I saw them on Meta Knight's video. If you want to go and see all of them like in succession, Meta Knight has a video letting us know what they're all going to look like, so I'm really grateful for that. And a couple of them look really pretty, and a couple of them I'm not really a big fan of. So we'll see how we go. I know, Oni said, well, that's a lot of capsules. I know, that's just my unlocked ones. I have like a massive stack of locked ones, and this is my daily rewards because I just never open them because they're not that exciting anymore, so it's just a little messy in my inventory, you know? Oh, hello, Smart. Smart said, Shadow, someone asked if your next live stream for Xbox will be US or EU. Xbox is one server, guys. So if anyone is curious about that, the only place where we have both servers is the PlayStation PC servers. There's PlayStation and PC together on the US server, PlayStation and PC together on the EU server. Xbox is a server for everybody, and Switch is a server for everybody. So if it's Xbox, always everyone is welcome. And same for Switch, though we can't really live stream on the Switch at this stage. I've got to work that one out and see if it's potentially worth it, because it seems like a lot of middleman work. Like I'm going to have an extra program on my computer and things to run it through. But it's not going to be worth it if, like, one person is the only person who's wanting to play on the Switch, you know? It's not going to happen that we necessarily can time that well. So that's why I haven't put too much work into trying to do it. But I do base tours on the Switch because it's fun. Let's open another one. Sorry, I'm very rambly. Here we go. Scorching, excellent. Enigmatic. Enigmatic Vortex is the one that I really, really want because purple. And because it looked way prettier than the Wicked, I was actually very disappointed in the way that the Wicked one looked. Hopefully we get it so I can show you why. But we'll see how we go. Terrestrial, I believe, is what we have down here, isn't it? We do. So this one is... We'll have a look at the other items. I already have this hammer emote, but not on this character. Wicked material! Okay, wicked material wins. Okay, you know I'm gonna pick purple over everything, right? It's necessary. If we get a double of a Vortex and there's a purple option, it's gonna be purple. All right, let's do the next one. Glorious! Okay, we do not have that one. Let's grab that. Which is going here. Okay, good. Just a little bit of alphabetical helps me keep it straight in my head. Tony said, can I say one like Lex Luthor? One like is a like for Lex Luthor? Is that what you mean? I mean, if that's how I have to get likes is by being friends with Lex, I guess that's okay. Oh, thank you. Tony also said, I love the style. I do it on every single main character that I have everywhere because it's my favorite. And I always choose both for my main character, so can't help myself. And thank you very much. Smart said the Celestial is one of my favorite. Is that the Celestial Vortex? Have you had a look at it? Or is that Celestial the super power set? I'm curious. Tony's doing Lex Luthor 1A, 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 1A. That has become such a joke ever since that movie. All right, let's see what we get. Oh, Glorious is the one I already have here, isn't it? It is, so let's see what other options we have. Wild Material or Speedster Cardio. We'll do Speedster Cardio. I do not have that on this character. That sounds like a fun one. I don't think I have it on any character, actually. I'm not sure. It could be on the US server. Tony, too many 1As. Carlos is asking, what game am I playing? This is DC Universe Online. It is basically everything that I do on this channel is DC Universe Online, and it's my favorite game, the one I am most addicted to. Oni said the glowing material for the Green Lanterns. What is? Did I miss something? I don't know. I must have missed something. Let's open the next one. How far in are we? We're doing all right. We're doing all right. Oh, good. Sparking Vortex. We've got a new one, so let's put that one in. Scorching, Sparking. We need to adjust our alphabetizing a little. There we go. Next one. Terrestrial we have. I feel like that's starting to repeat a little. Temporal is the other one I want. Temporal is the one that I would like to get of the Vortexes because that's the one I believe is for Quantum. It's so pretty, guys. It looked so pretty. I guess we're going to do Jump Rope of Truth. I'm going to end up with a bunch of emotes. All right, next one. Terrestrial. Oh my goodness, Terrestrial's dropping like quite a bit, isn't it? I guess we could do Therapy Hammer because I have it already. I don't really care about it, but I also have Nuclear Material. So let's grab some emotes and have a look at those as well. We might as well. And I didn't realize there was going to be a choice between emotes. Oh, Enigmatic, guys! Ah, yes, thank you. That's the one I want. That one and the Quantum one. Oh, thank you. It's being nice to me. Let's hope it stays nice. No more Terrestrial, please. Watchful, I believe, is the first one we got over here, right? Yeah, Watchful, and we've already got the Therapy Hammer also. So let's have a look at this. I guess we're getting Nuclear Material. I have it already on other things, but that's fine. We can put it there. And I don't know. It goes with Atomic, which is my least favorite power set to play, but it doesn't look too bad with Fire. You know, it's okay with Fire. Let's do the next one. Sinister. I don't think that was one of the two S's, was it? Scorching and Sparking. No, let's grab Sinister. Lovely. It's getting heavy on the S's. All right, next one. We're getting a good collection. Terrestrial, come on! Man, and the Nuclear Material, this is the third time I've seen that drop too. Let's grab Conjob. We don't have that emote yet. I'm going to end up with a bunch of emotes. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's fine. Sinister we just got. Terrestrial Material I don't need. Kryptonite Surprise? Yeah. Actually, I want this one. Yay! Okay, I may not collect that on this character because I have a Green Lantern, not a Green Lantern, a Supergirl character. Okay, we'll leave that one probably. Next one. Man! The terrestrial is just coming up all the time. Let's go with the pyromaniac barbecue emote. That sounds crazy. I'm just going to put this over here so I don't accidentally collect it on this character, because I don't want it on this one. But for others, yes. Yes, I do. Tony said, hey, Shadow, don't tell Multiverse this, but Superman is better than him and Batman, and actually, can you tell him it's funny? Lol. I mean, if I remember. You could just tell him on the live stream. I'll read it out. Dead World. Hello, Danielle. She said, I love purple. It's true. I do. Purple. Can you tell? My character is literally dressed in purple. I can't help myself. It's the best color. Oni said Sinister is for the Yellow Lanterns. Yes, for the Sinestro Corps. Absolutely it is. I don't know said, is the hammer emote the Harley Quinn one? I don't think so. I'm not sure. We'll put it in and have a look, because I have the Harley Quinn one and I thought I had it on this character because this is my main, but maybe I did it on US and not EU. So we'll collect it and we'll have a look. The picture does look the same, so there's a chance. Tony said, is Multiverse live streaming with you tomorrow? Tomorrow? No? Because he's doing PvP, probably? No. If I'm ever going to be in any of his PvP ones, I do post it on my channel to let you guys know. But if we're doing live at 5, I attend all of those unless I say otherwise. Usually I say I'm not attending in the live stream, though. I don't post anything about it because people go there for Multiverse, not for me. So, yeah, but if I'm ever going to attend PvP, you'll see a post on my channel about it and on all my other socials because, you know, I exist everywhere for some reason. Glorious we have, but we got the material. I guess we're grabbing the material. Fine. We can have a bunch of materials. I'm kind of glad we're getting more than just the Vortex option. And materials are handy. I do wish we were getting some chromas, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Mechanized! We don't have that. Let's grab mechanized. Beautiful. Now our alphabetizing is wrong. Let's do G up here. Mechanized. Okay, we're good. That's a lot of 1As, Tony. Smart said you almost got all the vortexes. No, I have not got almost all the vortexes. I'm guessing about 2/3 of them, but definitely not all. Deadwood said I checked. It's not the same emote. Very Looney Tunes kind of emote. Oh, thank you for checking. Thank you. Okay, good. Well, we'll be able to have a look at it because I really did think I had that one on this character. Sparking. Did we just get sparking? Hang on. Scorching, Sinister, Sparking. We do have sparking, so we don't need it. We have Kryptonite Surprise. Oh, I guess I could grab that twice instead of glowing. No, I grabbed Glorious, didn't I? I'll grab glowing. Might as well have a different material instead of the same emote twice. I don't need this emote on that character. If we end up stuck in a little spot and I don't have anything better to choose, I'll grab it again and we'll do it on this character. But we've only got 6 left. I really hope we get some more. Good, Arctic. Okay, that's another one we don't have. Beautiful. I'm so happy with Enigmatic right now. I'm just a little bit excited. Okay, Glorious Vortex Aura. I believe we have that here with the G's. We do. Let's see what other options there were. Again, with the emote, I guess we're going to grab the wild material. I don't need it, but I could use it on my plant character, potentially. I mean, sorry, nature. I always say plant for her, don't I? Tony says, I want 1A. Hello, Scrolls. That doesn't look like bananas, just saying. Danielle said, it def fits a Harley Quinn theme, though. Oh, that's good to know. Maybe I should collect it for my Harley Quinn character. I don't know. Hello Rose, is asking, what are the Lex Luthor 1As for? It's a reference to the movie, the newest Superman movie by James Gunn, where Lex is saying 1A to all of his staff who press the 1A button to get Ultraman to do a 1A move against the actual Superman. It's very cumbersome, but yeah, that's what he's doing. A bunch of punches, I believe. The 1A was a bunch of punches. So, you know, he's just in a very punchy mood, apparently. Oh, Scrolls is here with the bananas. You know what's funny is while I haven't been well, bananas make me feel better. So, I appreciate the bananas, Scrolls. Thank you. Glorious again. We have this one. Con Job we also just grabbed. So, we'll grab the Furious material. We could always use it for the Red Lanterns. You know, it's handy. It's nice. Next one. Come on. Terrestrial. How often with the Terrestrial? So frustrating. And then we've got Furious. We have all 3 of these. What do I want more? Probably the material. I'll probably use that more. All right, let's go the next one. Mechanized we have as well. Darn it! No, why are you doubling up? It is mechanized I got. Yeah, yep. I want temporal. It's just not coming. I guess we'll grab glowing material again. I don't need a double of the emote. This is the last one. Oh, all right, come on, come on. Cross all your fingers and toes, guys. Temporal, temporal, temporal. Oh, Wicked is okay. Wicked is okay. At least we can have a look at it. It's not great, I will say. It doesn't look great, but at least it's purple, and we can see how bad it is. You know, that's the important thing. Tony said, Shadow, can I say 1A, 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 1A? I have now. You're welcome. Smart said, you feel better this stream? Did my healing work? I do feel better than the last stream. I don't feel 100% better yet, though. I know it's hard to tell. Most people can't tell when I'm not well. I have to literally say so. But I'm on the mend. We're getting there. It's going to be okay. Danielle said she's going to buy more. You know she will. No, I can't. That's all I had. That's it. But we will put them all on and we'll have a look at them all. So I believe if it's in the accessories section, I shouldn't have too much trouble finding them. So I'll collect them all together. And we'll just hope I don't lose them. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm a little sad I didn't get temporal. 6. I didn't think we got surging either. No, surging was quite nice too. Oh, it's so slow. Come on, just a little bit faster would be nice. I wish that they were called Vortex and then the name, like Vortex Arctic, Vortex Enigmatic, so that we can just go to Vortex in the accessories section. As it is, we're probably going to have to go one at a time. Yeah, see, Arctic first. So let's put that on. Okay, this is not one of my favorites. It does look Arctic-y, but something about it seems cartoony to me. I don't know. It doesn't really look as magical as I would like. I don't hate it though. It does kind of look snowy. So it's not horrible. But it's also not my favorite. There are some of them that look much more like a wisp instead of I don't know, tadpoles. They kind of look like swimming tadpoles, right? I don't know. And also my aura's probably not helping. Let's take my aura off. So you're not seeing the purple and think that that's part of it, because it's not. I don't know. I feel like I might need to see it on a character who's very Arctic looking. My character, it probably looks a little bit flat because it's contrasting so much with the black, but it is definitely not my favorite one. I wish it looked a little more misty and a little less like swimming tadpoles. Though I will say the floating little snow drops, I think maybe they're meant to be, I do quite like those, and it does kind of, I mean, if you're going to do a Christmas theme, it might work. Make it look like they're in the middle of snow. Are they meant to be snowflakes? Oh, if you look really close, guys, they're snowflakes. I don't mind those. I like those more than I like the tadpoles. All right, let's go to the next one. If we can find it. Accessory, not aura. I nearly went to aura. Okay. Blue bombshell. No, no. Enigmatic is next. Oh, I like it. I like this one. It's very me, isn't it? I mean, it's meant for a mental ability, so I understand the crest behind the head. And this looks more misty to me. See how it doesn't look like it's swimming around my character? They do have movement, but it's not the same. I like this one a lot. This is the one, if any of them, that I will use. I do wish there was an option to have it with the crown piece or head piece and an option without, because some people probably won't want that bit there. I'm not too fussed. I quite like it. But I do feel like it's kind of like two accessories being put together. But the way that this one moves seems a lot slower, and rather than swimming around, it looks like it fades in and out, which I think is so, so pretty. I love this one. It's so nice. Oni said, even though they look like they could be auras. They do, don't they? A little bit. Oh no, Danielle. They do, don't they? I'm not going to read that out, but I kind of agree with you. Danielle said you can't but you likely still will. I can't, no. This is it. This is what I buy. I might unlock more when I collect some as I run the game through, because I do have a bunch of stabilizers, but I'm not buying any more of them. I already bought the max. But you're right. Sometimes I do have extra money sitting there just in case. It's just not today. Tony said no taking kryptonite. Shadow, did you take kryptonite because that's the sickness? No! No, I would never. Also, I'm not Kryptonian, so it wouldn't have quite the same effect, but it would probably have a negative effect, right? Because it negatively affects people if you watch Smallville. It's not good. Richard said put on the Aurora Aura. Do I have it? I'm not sure. I must have. Where is it? It's probably an aura, you know? No, I don't. I don't have it. Unfortunately, no. Smart said, what is the celestial one called? Wicked. It's called Wicked. If I can remember, that one looks the best in my opinion. Oh, really? I didn't like it when it was showed. There's actually, Celestial has two is the thing. Oh, damn. Okay. I have a sprained ankle. I shouldn't have done that. Celestial has the one for gold, which I think is Glorious, which I have. And then it has the Wicked for the purple side. So I prefer the purple side of Celestial, but the Wicked, one of these accessories, I did not like quite as much. So I prefer this one, and I will likely use this one on any of my characters that have Wicked stuff on them, which incidentally is the chroma my character is wearing. I wear it all the time. It's my absolute favorite. That and Ultraviolet are my two favorites because I have a purple addiction. But yeah, this one I quite like, but I do think some people will not want the piece that goes around the head, right? It's very, very mental heavy. I like it. I don't know that everyone will want to use it for that reason. Let's go to the next one. Where are we? Enigmatic. Oh, wait, was there Furious? Floating, Furious, General. Glorious is next. Here we go. Oh, that's pretty. That one, it looks a little better. We don't have the same tadpole look as the other one. And it's very, very fast compared to the enigmatic one. The glow is nice. The little specks of light are very nice. I like this. This one, the Glorious, I believe, is the gold side of Celestial. So I'm not sure if you prefer the gold side or the purple side. But yeah, this one's the gold side of that, which I do quite like. I will say, I think it's a little more yellow because if no one told me this was the Glorious one, I think I'd think it was Sinister. It's something they tend to do on other items as well. Like, I think I had the same opinion of the Regalia accessory, the headpiece, that it looked a little bit too yellow for the Glorious one instead of gold. I think I feel the same way. This is a little more yellow than I would like. Like, maybe it's just me. We'd probably have to see it with someone actually casting celestial abilities. Can't do that on this character. She is fire, so that's a little pointless. But it is nice. It doesn't look like swimming tadpoles, so I appreciate that. The glow is pretty. The little dots are pretty. I do wish they looked like a snowflake, but they don't. I guess it wouldn't make a lot of sense to have yellow snowflakes, but you know, they were cute on the other one, so I kind of liked it. Oh, darn. Guys, I keep moving my foot. I shouldn't do that. Oh, my goodness. So Smart, I'm curious. Were you after the gold one for Celestial, or were you after the purple one for Celestial? Because we'll look at Wicked as well. Girth said, is there any electric-looking ones? Yes, we collected the sparking, so we will also look at that one. There's an electric. I definitely didn't receive them all, guys. I did my best, okay? We opened 25. We got a lot of terrestrial repeats, just saying. Next is the green glowing Vortex, so let's do that one. Oh, I kind of like this. I like the way they don't look like tadpoles either, right? They look like sparks of light, like a shooting star. You can see little flashes, and I guess they're like splats of paint. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's little splats of paint patterns going through the light in there. I don't mind this one. The thing is, I don't know if it looks very Green Lantern-y. I mean, it's Green Lantern-y because of the color, but what Green Lantern has like light just floating around them like this? None of them. I mean, it's not horrible though. I like this way more than the Arctic. I will say Arctic was one of my least favorite ones that I saw when I watched Meta Knight's video, and I still think that's one of my least favorites. This one's alright. I mean, I like the movement. It's nice and fast, and they look like sparks of light, shooting stars, which is way, way better than tadpoles. Richard said, no, the Aurora Aura, like the Aurora Borealis. I'm sorry, Richard, I don't know what you mean. Did I check for the wrong thing? Aurora Aura? Hang on. Or are you saying it looks like the Aurora Aura? But I don't think I have it. An Aurora Aura. No, I don't. So I'm clearly misunderstanding whatever Richard is asking for me to do. I'm so sorry. I'm not sure what you mean, Richard. Tony said, I want Flash. No, I want to be Superman. No, I want to be Batman. No, I want to be Green Lantern. No, I want to be him. I think you just have to make one character with a whole bunch of armory styles, and then you can be them all. Dead World said Laura cussed. What did I say? Did I say damn? I say damn quite a bit. I don't know what word I said. It's very rare that I do. Oh, it is an aura. Richard said it's an aura, lol. Well, if it's an aura and it's called Aurora, I don't have it, but I do remember it. Is it one that we received through the, what's it called? Extra Life event? Because I think I do have it, just not on this account. If it's just called Aurora, but I definitely don't have it on this character, unfortunately. Tony said, no, I want to be me. Well, I mean, being you is the best person to be, I think. The Chosen said, hello. Hello, Chosen. When is the next Xbox live stream? Also, is it on EU Xbox or US Xbox? So the next Xbox live stream is this Saturday coming. It is on the Xbox. Xbox is one server. Originally, when they first released DC, it was two separate servers, same for the Switch. Both the Xbox and the Switch have now merged. So Xbox and Switch only have one server each. Only on the PlayStation and PC is there a split server. So this Saturday, whatever server, it doesn't matter because it's just Xbox altogether. So hopefully that's helpful. Dead World said, I think Glorious is much better done. My main issue is that they all seem to conceal the character a bit too much. Yeah, I also think they could be just slightly lower. They're very, very close to the face, and if we're not looking from this angle and we're here, it does kind of go a bit over the face, which I don't like. I think they could go a little lower, but a lot of the accessories that they have that go around the body like this sit at this level, so I think there's probably already something in place where they just keep putting it in the same spot and it ends up covering the face a little bit. It's just a little bit annoying, but it's all right. Oh, Smart said purple. See, I'm with you. Purple side of Celestial is what I use mostly because I do damage more often than I heal. But I'm a little bit concerned about it because what I saw on Meta Knight's channel, I didn't like it. But I mean, I'm open to having my mind changed. Maybe we put it on in here and we love it. So let's have a look. Holiday, nope, none of those. Mechanized Vortex is next. Ooh. I like that one too. It's nice. See how it doesn't look like tadpoles? It just looks like oh, there's a lot going in my character's face though. Like a lot. I don't like that part of it. That's very annoying. But it does look cool. It does look like all the other mechanized stuff. The coloring is correct. I wish the text was just a little bit clearer in the parts where it's not fading. You can see how it's fading at each end of the strips that are moving around the character. So that we could see them a little more clearly, because at the moment it looks kind of like a blur. I'd like it to look a little bit more like code, so it matches the other things a bit more. But I mean, the little bits that are floating up around the character clearly look like code. If we get nice and close, you can see it. But it does get right in my character's face, doesn't it? That's annoying. I like the look. I don't like it going up in my character's face. So it's kind of cool, but that's a little bit annoying about it. It's kind of pretty, though. I mean, it's not a bad one. Oh, I said damn. Yeah, I have said damn on a number of occasions. I didn't realize that people considered that swearing. It's something that's said quite commonly here. I will say my mum doesn't say it, but yeah, I definitely do say damn sometimes. So I say darn more often, darn it, but occasionally a damn will come out. So I'm very sorry if that's offensive to anyone. I'm definitely not trying to be. Oh, Richard said it's a collection. I definitely don't have the collection on this character then. Iconic said it's from the Christmas collection. Oh, okay. All right, so I don't have it yet, but I probably will. If it's from a Christmas collection, it's probably just slightly incomplete. Oh, also, hello, Iconic, thank you. Oh, look at that. Tony wants your autograph, Iconic. I don't know that he can put a signature inside the chat, but you know. Deadworld says, I don't care if you cuss, Laura. Every other word I say is a cuss word, but coming from your prim and proper British accent, it makes me laugh. I'm sorry! Iconic said, got a few clips of a few good-looking people in EU. Should be in the EU community short soon. Excellent! I like seeing the styles that you show. Some people do absolutely. Got me to change my Arisia style so that I had it looking just a little more accurate, and I loved the idea of using the reborn piece for her to put the emblem on the front. So thank you for that, because that helped me with my character. Tony said, iconic simulation. This is like my big dream come true, my idol. Yes! There you go, iconic. You've got some fans. All right, let's chuck the next one on. Oh no, my mum said the Wi-Fi is glitching a bit on her computer. If the live drops, guys, I will put it back up and I'll swap over to my data on my phone because apparently we have a lot more luck with that than we do with this. I don't know why the internet in this house has an attitude problem, but apparently it does. Don't need those. Here we go. Scorching Vortex is next. Oh, I don't like it. Oh, we're back to tadpoles. And I don't like it. The little particles that are floating up, I like those, but they look like atomic, not fire, and scorching is for fire, so I kind of hate this one. I think I like it as almost at the same level as the Arctic. Arctic I like a little less just because the swirling vortex tadpoles are slower, and I don't like that as much. This is faster, so it's not bothering me quite to the same degree, but I still don't like it. Oh, no. I don't like this one. Chosen said, I was curious since I'll be showing up in the next stream because I play mainly on Xbox. Oh, yay! It'll be lovely to play with you. And remember, guys, the next stream will be on Twitch first. So if you come to my channel at midday and go, where's the video or where's the live stream? It's happening on Twitch and then it comes to YouTube after, just so people are aware. Deadworld said, mech is meh. Yeah, look, I didn't mind it. I wish that it was a little more clear with the code, though. Oni said that's the gadgets one. Yep, it was. No, Richard said, do you have flight? I do not have flight on my character. They're super speed. Actually, hang on. I have the backpack. Let's chuck the backpack on, then you can see it in flight, right? Because that's the idea, is that we can see it when I move. I mean, it's okay. Like, for what it is, it's okay. I still don't like this one, but it sticks to the character pretty well. I don't hate it. I hate this one, but I don't hate the way it sticks to my character when I'm flying. It looks alright. It's not too bad. Iconic said the vortex is a slanted wrong since the character is standing with an angled lean. Can't you see it? Oh, no, I absolutely can see it. It's a problem that I have every time I use one of my characters because they all have the flirty stance. There's the piece that you can put on the back of the character that you get in the Mystical Magician capsule. I love that. It's like a giant rune that glows on the back. It's got a purple tinge to it. I can't use it because it clips straight through my character's legs because of the way she's standing, the way it attaches to her back. So even though I have this problem on my character, people who aren't using the flirty stance are going to have much better luck. It's also a problem with some of the emotes, like the Wondrous Spin that we get for Wonder Woman. My character's glow of stars and stuff around her is not in the center. It spins and looks wrong. So they have it aligned for people standing up straight, and when you have a character that's got the flirty stance, it doesn't go straight. It's really, really annoying, but I'm kind of used to it now, which is why I didn't mention anything, because I've been having it happen for every single thing they put in the game that's an accessory, with the exception of the headpieces. Richard said flight looks funny on the Aurora Aura. Does it? I wouldn't know. I have no idea because I don't have the Aurora Aura. Let's swap to the next one and have a look. I suppose we can also have a look at the emotes. That's not bad. Accessory. I keep going to Aura because it looks like an aura to me. Sinister Vortex. I hate it. No, I mean, I hate it because I liked the Glorious one more, and I would more likely use the Glorious one for my yellow lanterns than this one. Is that bad? I feel like that's bad. I don't know. This one, it's very similar to the green. I think it's almost identical to the green with the exception of color, but I like the Glorious one more. I don't know why that keeps happening. Every time there's a Glorious one and a Sinister one, there's a higher probability I'm going to use the Glorious one on my yellow lanterns because it looks nicer. This one is tadpoles again. I will say, though, it looks like streaks of light. Not as bad as the Arctic and as the Scorching. So I don't hate it. I just like the Glorious more. And because I'm comparing it to that in my head, I won't use this one. Oni said that probably would be be good for Cyborg or Iron Man. Was that the Scorching one I had before? It might actually, the coloring wasn't too bad. I guess that's true. Smart said, did you manage to get the ones you wanted? I got the one I wanted, which is enigmatic. I didn't get temporal, which is the other one I wanted. That one honestly was the most pretty one I saw because the swirling pieces that go around your character have a luminescence to them and they're slightly translucent. They were really pretty. So if you have a look at Meta Knight's channel, she has them on there. They look beautiful. If I manage to get one, I'm definitely going to use it. It was so pretty. Iconic said can't unsee. I know, right? It's going to be stuck in your head. I've gotten so used to it now. Deadworld said, cause your internet is down, underperforming. Yeah, apparently my internet has an attitude. I actually was planning to go on my data to do every single live stream, but I'm so unaccustomed to doing that yet that I forgot to do so. I'm going to try to keep it in mind and do it every time because we have a lot less issues when I do that. If I had have remembered, we would have been fine. Iconic said, heck, I figured the stream was breaking up on my end. No, it's on my end. Is it okay now? Please tell me it's okay now. Oh, that makes way more sense. Oni said no for the Gadgets one. Gadgets one makes way more sense for Cyborg. I guess so for Lex as well. I don't know. I don't think I would use it on Lex. Oni said it would have been better if they added flames on it. It would have been better if the swirling tadpoles looked like a swirling flame. I don't know why they've got orange tadpoles flying around the character on that one, but I don't like it, and I play fire. So that's, I mean, I play fire with purple clothing, though, so most likely I would use purple anyway. Enigmatic is going to be the one, but yeah. Apparently, Iconic is the legend, according to Tony. And me, I agree, he is a legend. Deadworld said, it's similar to Anti-Life Equation. I can't remember which piece that is. Is that the piece, the text that floats around the character? Because if it's that one, I agree. And that one also floats lopsided on my characters. Not this character. I don't have it on here. I have it on, I think, Switch, actually, is where I have that piece. No, not Aura, accessory. Let's go to the next one. Sparking Vortex. So this is the electric one for whoever was asking earlier. I mean, this one's a lot better. It doesn't look like tadpoles. That is sparking electricity. Also, it's not covering her face as much as some of the others, which is nice. But just like Iconic said, it's definitely lopsided, okay? It's going to happen on my character all of the time because of her stance. There's not much we can do, and I don't think the developers care too much about trying to fix it for the different stances. It's just something I'm stuck with. Unfortunately. Oh, my mum said that the Wi-Fi is okay now. Thank you, Mum! I'm very glad. Tony said, Iconic, you're the best DCUO. And Iconic said, yeah, the stream is better now. Oh, thank you. Thank you. The stream is better now. That's good to know. Richard said the electron auras are better. Yeah, I must admit, I keep going to aura for these, thinking that it's an aura, but I like the auras more than I like these accessories. And I would have liked to have seen more chromas and materials as options for these, Resurgence Mega Capsules, but you know, I can't choose. There's some good ones that have been here in the past that I wouldn't mind seeing come back into the game again, but I have a feeling they're going to bring it in through the Imp Mart, because that's just going to earn them more money, right? Most likely. Deadworld said these would probably be better if they covered your full body and a little more spaced out. I mean, yeah, they are very, very crowded, aren't they? I wish they were lower. And honestly, if they could space them more out, I think I would enjoy it a lot more. But then it would be an aura, not an accessory, right? It's meant to go with an aura, I guess. And, I mean, you can put the sparking with the sparking, but I would say I don't have the sparking aura on this character as far as I know, but I'm pretty sure that it's slightly more gold than this, right? I really hate when things don't match the things that they're meant to go with, like they don't match each other. That's happened with... Yeah, I don't have it. That's happened with a couple of the Wicked items I've received before. Like, they're slightly more pink on some and slightly more purple on others, and it's annoying, because then they don't match. A lot of the times I end up wearing Wicked chroma, and then I have to add mystical and enigmatic stuff to her so that it'll match the purple instead of the actual Wicked things, which should match it. It's very odd. The Chosen said, also, I'll be showing up to the next stream on my main DCUO tune, if you wanted to know. That's awesome! I don't know what we're specifically doing yet on the Xbox live stream. There's a poll up on my channel in the next few days. Once that poll has had everybody that wants to vote, I will let you guys know exactly what we're doing. And then after that, we're going to do a couple of Boss Train live streams, because a few people have been requesting that. So we're going to do a few of those as well on every server. And then keep going with polls so that everyone can play every little thing that they like to. Tony is saying that his idol is King Iconic. I think he might know. I think he might know by now. Richard said too yellow. Yeah, I agree. I think it should be a little more orangey tinged or golden tinged so that it's not quite so yellow. Because, again, it's the same color as Sinister, isn't it? I don't think it's going to match the aura. I wish I had the aura to show you guys. Oh, Iconic said the nuclear one is non-existent. I don't have nuclear, I don't think, today, so I won't be able to show you. But, yeah, does that mean there isn't one at all? I don't remember there being one. Please tell me there is actually a nuclear one. Because that would suck if they missed one. None of those. Terrestrial! Let's put terrestrial on. Well, that's... I mean, it's blending in with my walls, isn't it? That's why it's hard to see. Do I have a wall that's, like, a different color somewhere? Yeah, over here. Let's go over here and have a look. Okay, she just looks really dirty. Okay, I don't mind this one. I do think it will suit people who have got Earth characters. It's a little pinky. Isn't it? Is it a little too pink? Maybe I'm imagining things. I don't hate it, but it's like a fog. It's kind of hard to see, and I think it's slightly too pink to go with the other terrestrial stuff. I've got to say, though, I kind of like the dust. I don't mind that. I kind of like it better than some of the tadpoles. I mean, I like this more than I like the Arctic. Is that wrong? I don't know. It's not my favorite. It's not my worst. I think we're going to go middle ground with this one, for my opinion. What are you guys thinking? Hang on, let's see what you guys think. Oni said I would have changed the Sinister accessory one to, like, swarming Oh, that's so clever! Swarming parallaxes would have been great. And they could have done ion for the green. Oh, that would have been so cool. They didn't do that, though. Of course they didn't. Deadworld said, don't forget to give our That Girl a thumbs up. Oh, thank you so much. That would be lovely. Tony said, Iconic, one day I will be a legend like you. We look forward to that day, Tony. Richard said the Haunted Ghost accessory was too high also. Oh, it so was. I got so excited about getting it too. If you watched my content that long ago, you'll know I was so excited about getting it when I finally got it. It covers her face too much and I got annoyed. I have got an armory where I use it, but it's not as cool as I thought it was going to be because it's too high up on the body, just like these are. Iconic said said Haunted Ghost accessory was too close and had too much going on. The nuclear is the worst. It's clear and you can hardly see it. Oh, really? That's so bad. Thank you for letting me know. I definitely did. I wouldn't have found out through this video because I didn't get that one. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, that doesn't look great. Tony said, Iconic, I just want to say you can beat Brainiac. What's that? Peanuts Pigpen? Richard? Peanuts Pigpen? I don't know what that... Oh! Do you mean Pigpen? The character. You're right. Oh! But isn't his supposed to be a bad smell? Or is it supposed to be dirt? I don't remember. That's so long ago. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You're so right. Oh! Now we have to make Peanuts characters. I've already got a Miss Piggy in the works from the Muppets, so maybe I have to add Peanuts characters now. Yeah, I got it. Thank you, Richard from Charlie Brown. It took me a second. I thought his name was Pigpen. That's why it threw me off. I'm probably wrong. Richard said you have the terrestrial aura. I might. If I collected it, it's most likely on my Earth character is the thing, but we'll check. No, I don't have it, unfortunately. I'm so sorry, guys. If I was on my Switch, I have, like, every single aura on my main character, because I've been playing on there for, like, 6 years now. Nearly 6 years. But on here, I don't have everything as yet, so I'm really sorry, because I can't compare it. But I will say, from what I remember of it, I don't think this is the same color. It looks slightly pink. Just slightly, but just enough for it to not look quite right. Oni said, lol, it's like you're trapped in a dust cloud. I know! I mean, I'd rather be trapped in a dust cloud than trapped in swimming tadpoles. So the Arctic still loses for me against this one. I'd still choose this one over the top of it, to be honest. But it's you know, acquired taste, maybe. It'd work well for some characters. Let's go to the next one. I didn't miss any, did I? I feel like I missed one. I'm probably wrong. I did Enigmatic, because that was my favorite. Green, I did. Yeah, well, I think we're fine. I don't think I missed any. We got the regalia stuff as well. Okay, no, I think we're good. Scorching we did. Sinister we did. Sparking we did. Nothing here. And terrestrial. Okay, so then we've got Watchful, and then we've got Wicked. So Watchful, oh. Okay, that one, I kind of like how clear that is compared to the one for gadgets. Does that ring only happen when I'm flying? What is this? Hang on. Why is there a ring just floating in the air? Is this glitching? That shouldn't be happening, right? That should be around my character. Something is wrong. I don't know what it's doing. Oh my goodness. Deadworld said much better than the streams. What is much better than the streams? I have no idea. Richard said my swamp girl will look good with the terrestrial. Oh, good. See, I do think there's a use for it. I think you can use it, but yeah, I don't know how much I'll use it. But I mean, making a Peanuts character would be kind of fun. See, but I'd want to make one of the girls. I'd want to make Lucy. I don't know. Deadworld said, on Red Dead Online, my friends call my tune Swampfoot because she is always barefoot in the swamps. Oh, too bad you can't use the aura for her. Or him. Oh, she. Her. Iconic said, the fly's aura and terrestrial vortex accessory Pigpen. Oh, right? Oh, that's such a good combo. Darn it. I kind of want to do it now. I'm going to end up with too many characters. I mean, if 120 isn't already too many characters, I don't know what's happening. Oh, Richard said I like it. Lol. Good. At least somebody does. Deadworld said, laughing my ass off, they fugged up. They did! I think they did indeed, because that seems like it should be around my character. Maybe if we go to the ground, and then we just chuck it off and on again. See, in here you can see where it's meant to be. That's meant to be around her waist. Let's take it off and put it on. Oh, it even glitched out here. Does it? It just stays there. What on earth? It is glitching, guys. That is clearly not how it's meant to work. It's meant to be around her waist, I think. I will say, I would be happy if that was removed, because I think it looks better without it. It is, once again, in front of her face, but I do think that this one is much, much more clear than the Watchful one. Was it Watchful? This is Watchful, sorry, than the one for gadgets. Yeah, I like that this is more clear, but it's clearly lost its mind, right? It's leaving its own butt behind. All right, if let's get it on again and not move my character, and we'll do a spin with it, hopefully in the correct position. If it lands in the correct position, who knows? Okay, it's in the right position. No moving my character. So we would have to imagine. Oh, I didn't move. We would have to imagine that it stays around my character's waist. Can I get in place? I don't know. If I go right in the middle in flight and then drop, maybe. No, she goes too far. I failed. I quit. We just have to imagine that that's in the right position. But I like it without. I wish they would just remove it. Actually, to be honest, I wouldn't use it either way because of how much it's covering my character's face. I don't like that part of it. Deadworld said the dust cloud is better than the streams. The streams? I don't know what streams you mean. Do you mean, oh wait, do you mean the tadpoles? Because I agree, I like the dust cloud more than the tadpoles. Yeah, Oni said it glitched, it looks like. Yes, it's glitched. It's not happening for us. It has an attitude problem and doesn't like us, or maybe just me, probably me. So, yeah. Oh, Richard said all too high. I agree. They are all too high. This one in particular I don't like, though, because it's continuously covering her face. A couple of them have little tiny dots that cover her face and they come and go. This is constant. I will not use it. Even if I had it on a character where she was needing it for munitions, it's still no good for me. I don't like it. Richard said Australian Wi-Fi is warping the accessory. Yep, it's the Australian Wi-Fi. Deadworld said they didn't connect it to the spine to socket. Evidently. See? Yep, they should hire you. Iconic said, I kind of hate how the Furious Vortex is just red Wicked Vortex accessory. Is it? Wait, I got Furious, didn't I? Did we even look at that one? Hang on. It didn't glitch when I collected them, did it? Furious Regalia. I don't see it. I got Furious, I remember. Oh, no, wait. I got Furious Material, didn't I? And I got it twice. That's what I'm remembering. Okay, never mind, guys. I didn't get the Furious Vortex. Man, that threw me off for a second. I thought it glitched and didn't give me what I collected. All right, let's do the last one, which I believe is Wicked. Unless there's one after here. No, no. It's just Wicked last. It better be good. No, I hate it. No, I hate it! Ah! Okay. See, it's a lot going on. The thing that I don't like about it, it kind of looks like it's wearing the shaded comic material, doesn't it? That's not what I hate. I hate the pink. Look, I'm wearing Wicked right now. It should match what I'm wearing, and it doesn't. And I hate that about it. I will say the fog that it has, or the smoke, I really love that part. I think that looks really pretty. But the actual pieces that are spinning around my character, they're the wrong color, in my opinion. They look like they should be with Mystical. The pinky color is almost to the point of being red. Ugh. That's why I wanted the Enigmatic, because I knew this one wasn't going to match. And it should, because she's wearing the Wicked Chroma. Like, I know that there's, like, another swatch on the Wicked Chroma that you can't see on my character. Like, let's put it on the chest. This, right? This is the pinkiest color we're gonna get. It still doesn't match this. It's wrong! I hate it! Oh, no. It makes me sad, because I love the Wicked stuff. It looks so cool. Chosen said, when you see my main tune style next stream, do you think it could use the shaded comic material? I don't know. I don't know what your character looks like. And just so you know, if you guys have played with me before and I've seen your character, trying to remember everyone's character is basically impossible. But my brain does not like that. So during the streams and stuff, when I see them and I love them, that's as far as it goes. The second we're off the stream, I don't remember whose tune is whose anymore, because there's so many of you. So I would love to see it during the stream if you like. That's always fun. I love seeing people's styles. Oni said I would make some better designs that people would actually spend money on. I mean, I did spend money on it, but it's because I'm doing it for YouTube. Otherwise, I would not have. I would have just continuously opened the capsules with my stabilizers, and then I would have played the broker game for Enigmatic. That's what I would have done. Maybe Mystical, because sometimes the Mystical looks good with Wicked. But this, it contrasts so much with the Wicked Chroma. I don't like it. I can't believe it's supposed to be Wicked. And the Celestial abilities don't have this pink color in them either. Like, my second favorite character that I play is Celestial. I have multiple Celestial tunes. It's not this color. It doesn't match. It's frustrating for me. Deadworld said AC is definitely easy to make a mistake when developing, but they should have tested it before releasing it. I have a feeling that these developers don't care so much about whether it's perfect when it gets into the game. That's my feeling. I could be wrong. Please take everything I say with a grain of salt. My opinion is only my opinion. I could be wrong, but you know, that's kind of how I feel. Iconic said, now you know why I had the Furious Vortex. They gave Red Lanterns a red Wicked Vortex. So you had this bit in red. Hate it. I feel bad. I'm so sorry. It wouldn't match the red. Like, it's supposed to be red light. At least they could have taken the green or the yellow and then made it red. It would have matched a little bit better, right? Because it would have had the beams of light that are shooting around your character instead. But if it matches this, that's really silly. Because they're supposed to be red lanterns. So weird. Richard said, enigmatic glitch when you move. Oh, really? Okay, let's try it. Let's make my character look a little less bright, because I'm not really into the bright. Okay? And then let's go put the enigmatic one back on. This one. And then let's move. Oh, no. No glitch? See, for me, this color is closer. Much, much more close to the Wicked. I don't know why they did the other color. Sorry, you guys could probably hear the door. Someone is going through the door. In this house, whenever it's cold, one of the door frames, actually all of the door frames in this house kind of warp, and so does the door, and so they start jamming. But we can't do much about it because we rent, so we're just kind of stuck with it a little bit. But yeah, see, this one I don't mind. The colors are more accurate. I do think the headpiece that people may not enjoy, but I don't see a piece getting left behind as a glitch, like it was with the Watchful one. So I don't know. I will use this one. Her face isn't getting covered all the time. I quite like the piece around her head. It doesn't bother me. I do think some people won't like it. I do wish it was lower, I will say. That's the case with all of them. And I kind of agree with Dead World. I think Danielle has a point that it should be a bit more spread out. But then it's an aura. They should have made an aura. I don't know. Dead World said... Oh, hang on. No, it scrolled. I'm too far forward. Deadworld said AC is definitely easy to make a mistake because while developing they should have tested it before releasing it. That's where I was up to. Iconic said, now you know why I had the Furious Vortex order or... Furious Vortex, they gave the Red Lanterns a Wicked Vortex. Which is also red. An enigmatic glitch when you move. Okay, sorry guys, I must have tapped my phone and everything kind of scrolled to the wrong way. Richard said, devs are colorblind, lol, yellow lightning from electric power. Right? The colors are just not matching. Even the terrestrial, which is like a dust cloud, I'm pretty sure it's not yellow enough and it's slightly too pink. I can't show you, but I'm pretty sure. So anyone who is doing Earth, just be aware that that might be the case. Iconic said Mystical is actually pretty good at this time around. I wish I had have got that. That would have been a nice one to see if it went with this style, because often the Mystical and the Enigmatic accessories are the ones that suit my character wearing Wicked stuff for some reason. So I wouldn't have minded getting that one, but honestly, Enigmatic is the main one I wanted besides Temporal. Temporal looked so beautiful on Meta Knight's video, honestly. I wish I had have got that one. I might play the broker game a little bit, see if I can get it. Or I might, open more capsules as I accumulate them through gameplay and open them with stabilizers. We can try that too and see if I get one. Because that one looked so pretty. It's like slightly translucent. It moves slow. It looks like it has a galaxy in it. Like, it looked really, really pretty. I hope if anyone's aiming for that one that you get it, because that was my favorite one I saw, which is saying something because it's not purple, and we all know how I feel about purple. Yeah, Danielle said they definitely don't care. I kind of with you. It seems like they don't. Seems like they do the bare minimum in hopes that they're going to earn money off of it, and they certainly are off of me. But it's because I do YouTube. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it, okay? Oni said they don't care, but I also think they rushed it. I think you're right. Some of them look like they're partially done and not all the way done, and some of the colors don't look quite right. The positioning for some of these is... Like, this one's not too bad, right? I'll use this. It's not covering her face the whole time. But some of them are bad. Like, the Watchful one was really, really bad. Let's not do that. Deadworld said... Or more the top dogs don't care and the devs are just rushed. I do think there's a little bit of that. It seems like there might be, from my own perspective, a little bit of pressure on them to get their content out, make the money off it as quick as possible, keep us in the game for as long as possible, which is why I think they've got that event tab going on. So it does feel like they've kind of got some pressure on them, because if you really watch, I mean, they've done some live streams and letting us know what they're doing, and they do seem really passionate. Even though their choices they're making are not necessarily things I'm excited about, they seem excited about it. So, hopefully when people are excited about something that they're doing with the game, it translates and we get to see it in the game and enjoy it. If Lucia wasn't the main character, I probably would enjoy it a bit more than I am. But it's a little hard when they're being pushed to make money, and I mean, everything is microtransactions now, so it feels like they're going more and more heavily that way than anything else. It makes it hard, right? Richard said, looks like a dark sapphire aura. I know, and I like it. Oh, hello, YT King. He said hello and brought popcorn. Thank you. Are you sharing? Because I would happily have some popcorn. Oni said, isn't there one for munitions? That was the one that was glitched. Yeah, the one that's glitched is for munitions. I will put it back on so you guys can see. Let's all just hope it goes in the right place. Oh, I did it again, aura. Does it not look like an aura? It so does. Where's Watchful? Here. Okay, she's going to stand straight though, right? When she stands straight, it'll be in the wrong position. Yeah. So it's glitched. This piece kind of just gets left behind in the game for some reason. And then we have this. Personally, I wouldn't use it anyway because of how much it's in her face. Like I hate that so much. Richard said, they'll hotfix that one for sure, lol. Yeah, I think so. That's a pretty obvious fault. That one will get fixed. AC said, why don't they ask the fans what they want? I love the new Superman jacket, Blue Beetle, Marines, etc. Why don't they create classic DC, I don't know, characters, costumes more? So I know that some things that they don't create in the game are because they don't have legal rights to do so. So some things we just can't get for that reason. But also, I have no idea why we're following a storyline of a character that has nothing to do with DC preceding this game. I don't know why they created Jack and Voivode and then Lucia and Esperanza. I mean, they seem passionate, I will say. They seem a little passionate about these characters and what they're trying to do. I just wish that I felt that. And I find it hard to follow because I love Esperanza as a character. If the storyline was more about her rather than Lucia, I think I'd be enjoying it a lot more in spite of the fact that these are not characters that I recognize and they've made them up for the game. But I do not like Lucia. I do not like what's happened around her. I feel like, I understand what happens with Indigo Lanterns, right? They are murderous psychopaths, and then they have, they become a Indigo Lantern, and then they have the opportunity to redeem themselves through that. But all we saw, at least from what they've told us and shown us with the blogs and the game, is that Lucia became a Compassion Lantern, and also she became one without having regret beforehand. So in the scene that we see, she's saying, what do you think should happen to me, sister? You think they should put me in Arkham? And she's pissed off about the situation, not sad and regretful. Sad and regret happens after the ring is put on her. That's when she starts to feel those feelings. That's when she starts to decide to try and redeem herself. Understandable. I get all of that. But then in the next episode, she hasn't done anything to redeem herself. The only thing she's done is train. She goes after her sister to try and rescue her. Her sister dies. Horrible situation. I don't like that. That's awful. But the ring is removed and she becomes a Grey Lantern. She's allowed to then feel her feelings. And my question is, does that mean she no longer cares about anyone that she's killed? Because she is no longer a Compassion Lantern. That ring is gone. She's just feeling her own feelings. And why is she allowed to feel her own feelings and be given a Sorrow Lantern ring when all of the people that she killed had friends and family who do not get that opportunity? Why does she get it? After no redemption that I can see. I find it hard because that makes her unlikable for me. I haven't seen her redeem herself or do anything there. I don't know. It makes it hard for me to like following her storyline, you know? I feel like she should have had some recompense, and it seems like she's had none, in my opinion. Iconic said the Furious Vortex is more of an accessory for Scarlet Witch characters than Red Lanterns. Well, I guess if someone's making a Scarlet Witch, which is actually on my list of characters to create, then maybe it's going to be something useful for them. But yeah, I do think that it probably should have looked more like a Red Lantern, considering that's, you know, the actual DC continent that it's supposed to be for. And they have two to copy it from. All they had to do was grab the Sinister or grab the, I forgot what the green one's called, and swap it so that it is colored red. Man, that really covers her face, doesn't it? Oh, I hate this one. Richard said with the pig pen accessory. I mean, pig pen would be fun to create on here now that they've got that. Deadworld said AC problem is the fans are divided on many issues. Actually, yeah, that is a very true point. A lot of what the developers are probably hearing is conflicting requests, and also they don't know whether things are genuine or not genuine, or how many people agree or don't agree on things. And if they try to go with some group, there's potential there for it to backfire for them. So, I mean, if it backfires for them and it doesn't go well and it's something they themselves have done, at least they can't blame any of us, right? I don't know. But yeah, and also it does seem like they're very set on this story that they have going. Frankly, I hope it improves and I hope it's more enjoyable for me. I do know a lot of people are enjoying the storyline, which is good. But for me, I find it hard to. And it doesn't help that we do the entire storyline and we play a solo mission that ends up being the alert and the raid. It's so monotonous. And those alerts and raids, I find our roles are becoming a lot less necessary, which is kind of sad because people build up amazing healers, controllers, and tanks, and they're pointless when we have these escort missions in the first one and the, I don't know, battery mission in the second one. It's just, I don't know, it doesn't feel like I'm playing DC when I do those missions, which is a little bit sad because I love this game. It's still my favorite game, even though there's things that I don't like, but you know, it's sad when you see a decline, which I suppose happens with all MMOs. Oni said they should have done better on these accessories. It would be nice, yep, if they had have done better. I don't think they were ready to come into the game. Oh, I kind of like the smoke that follows. I wonder if that's a glitch. part of the same glitch as this piece just running off from her. I kind of like it though. Maybe that'll stay. I don't know. Right. Yeah, this one I don't like. I'm going to bring up one of the lantern ones just so we can look at what Iconic is talking about. That this is probably what they should have done. Here, green glowing. Glowing, that's the word I wanted before. So if they had have done this in the red, at least it would have looked more like a lantern accessory, right? I don't know. I hate the idea that they made the wicked looking one into a red version, and that's really, really not a red lantern thing at all. Richard said you have a hacker head aura. Looks good. Head aura. They're going to start doing it. Don't give them any ideas, Richard. We'll end up with those. Iconic said the water one is too whitish, not blue enough. What are they doing? Why are they not matching our power sets? The whole point of these is that they match our power sets. People are going to go for the one that matches their power set or matches their style choice like I do, which is wicked. And it's not going to match. That's why I try to showcase them so that you guys can see, so you don't end up grabbing something that ends up not being what you want, you know? Because it costs. Better off selling it if it's not something you're going to use. Chosen said, what's my CR level? Just curious. I can't remember. 450 something. I don't know. Is it listed here? It's not. Hang on. Let's turn off UI so we can look. There we go. 435. Sorry, US server is 450 something. So 435 on this character. Richard said, what's the aura or accessory that looks like these? I mean, I can try and get an aura on that matches one of them. And Enigmatic is probably our safest. I'm pretty sure Enigmatic aura is what I had on anyway because, you know, purple. Let me find it. Yeah, here. Enigmatic aura is this one. And then, accessory is below. Then if we put the Enigmatic on. I mean, the head bit kind of matches, but I will say there's a little more blue to the part that's circling her. But if we're going off of the Wicked Chroma, it suits it, but it's not supposed to. I mean, it's supposed to be for mental. Which, if I was using this specifically to match mental, I should probably say, I don't think it looks quite right. I think it's too blue. But because I'm using it on this character with my Wicked stuff, and the Enigmatic aura is the same purple that is in it, even though there's a lot of blue in it, I like it. For me. If you want it for your mental character, be prepared for it to have too much blue. Just like Iconic said, be prepared for the water one to have too much white. It just looks like we're getting things that don't match properly, which is really sad. Deadworld said, we know, Laura, you hate... Hey! Hate purple! How could you say such a thing? It's the best color, okay? Chosen said, also, Chapter 3 releases this month. Yep, I have heard that that's the case. So we've got one blog that's out already, which, to be honest, I was going to record and put that out ASAP, but I haven't been feeling great, so I chose to lay down instead, which was a good choice because I'm feeling much better now. But I'm close to the end of the mend, I think. But yeah, I will get to the blogs, and it does look like we are going to be receiving the newest episode. Man, do I hope it's good, because the storyline is making it hard for me to enjoy. Oni said, I mean, when you think about it, the Indigo tribe is basically made up of the worst criminals. Even Indigo 1 was a criminal, yes, but at least she acknowledged what she did was wrong. That's the thing, right? They basically have compassion forced on them. They aren't regretful. They don't feel bad until the ring is forced. Once the ring is on them, that's when the compassion takes hold. That's when they try to make recompense for their actions. I'm fine with that. If they're, like, the rest of their life is them paying for what they've done and trying to help people, I'm okay. I understand that. But we didn't see it with Lucia. She trained, went to look after her sister, which I understand looking after family, but that's not paying recompense for anything. That is a self-serving thing. That's her family that she cares about. So that doesn't seem like recompense. And then she doesn't rescue her sister. Her sister dies, which I will say, absolutely horrible. That's awful. I don't want that to happen to Lucia. But she then gets a sorrow ring. That means compassion ring is gone. Should she not now be angry and upset with everybody instead of being compassionate and caring about everyone now? Is there no more recompense to pay? What happens there? I kind of hate it. So it's hard. Oh, thank you, Whitey said he's sharing as always. Thank you. We love the popcorn over here. Richard said, I like the head part of the accessory. So do I. I really like it. I'm going to use this one. I don't know if everyone else is going to like it, but I do. And she's not even mental. She's fire. But I don't know. I think it looks cool. I mean, it looks like she's not just fire, but she also is reading all of your minds, which I don't think I want to do, but it just can look like I am. There we go, UI off so we can see it a little better. Robert said the temporal looks like ghosts, which is pretty cool. I know, I so wanted that one. I will try. I will try to get it. We'll play around. It's going to be here for a little while. I will use my stabilizers. I'll do it on different servers and we'll see how we go. I would really like the temporal. That one looked really pretty to me. I thought it looked cool. Richard said, I want a Disney goof costume rather than what they have been creating. Do you mean Goofy? We getting Goofy? I mean, I think maybe they should give us a Swamp Thing head before they start giving us Disney costumes. We don't even have that. It gets to springtime and everyone can make Poison Ivy, but no one can make Swamp Thing. So that would be nice. Iconic said, Lucia is a character that hasn't faced any consequences for her actions. Thank you. See, this is how I feel. And I know there are people who disagree with me, but just, I find her unlikable. Like, I like villain stories too. Like, I liked reading Joker and Harley. I thought that was so interesting. Their relationship is complicated and manipulative, and it's an interesting read and an interesting watch. But I didn't want them to win. I wanted them to get their comeuppance. And, I'm not looking for them to just have everything handed to them. They're bad. They're doing bad things. They should have comeuppance. Lucia hasn't got any comeuppance. She's just doing whatever she wants still, with no consequences, no jail time, no recompense, no looking after other people instead, except for her sister, which in my opinion is a selfish thing, not a helping other people thing, because that's her family. She's going because that's her family. Not that she shouldn't. I'm just saying she should. She should help her family. She should have helped some other people too, because there's no repayment for what she did. Deadworld said, from what I read, Indigo Tribe forces the members to change. Yes, almost like a prison brainwashing type of deal. Yes, that's what happens. They don't have compassion beforehand. When the ring is on, that's when they suddenly have compassion and regret and feel bad for what they've done. It's an emotional reaction that's forced upon them, which is why the removal of that ring bothers me. And frankly, I don't think they will address it or say anything about it, and they'll just go on with whatever narrative they had beforehand. But that's why I find Lucia so difficult for me to follow. She didn't pay for anything she did. She doesn't have genuine regret for anything she did, because the Compassion Lantern ring is what made her feel that way. Hate that. AC said, do you think I'll make a cyborg Superman piece? Not with the symbol, but half robot, half slimline. Do you think I'll make... I don't know what you'll make, but I think if you'd like to, that sounds awesome. I love seeing when people do amalgamations where they take two different types and add them together, or do a backstory of something. Like, I know GamerX Andy has done a backstory of what if Wonder Woman became a Green Lantern, things like that. I think that's fun. Iconic said they're going to treat her like a perfect Christ character that will ring hop to become a White Lantern. Oh, please, no. Why would you're probably right. I was going to say, why would you say that? I think you're saying that because that so seems like where they're going, doesn't it? It totally does. Ugh. I wish the story was about Esperanza. At least she has care for other people, AC said, totally agree on the points that you made about the story. I'm just not interested. Yeah. Isn't it sad? It's such a good game. There's so much to love about this game, but the storyline that we have to wait 2 whole more episodes are coming for this narrative. And it's hard for me to keep playing it. This is the least I've played DC ever, because these particular episodes are not appealing to me. I'm the kind of person who plays through the storyline every single day, multiple characters, so that I get my omnipotence gear leveled, so that I have every piece of currency that I can by the end of it when it resets to the new episode, and I have not done that for Mogo or Kaznia, because I don't enjoy playing it. Even though the open worlds are beautiful, I don't enjoy it, and it's sad. Matthew said, I agree with you on the story. It isn't bad that I just don't really care. I'm stumbling over words now. I wish they could have used DC characters that were already established. I think a lot of people feel that way. I definitely feel that way. It would have been nice to see familiar characters. And I understand a lot of people argue, they've made new character for the game before, which is Titanic Trenton, I think his name is, but he's not a main character storyline that we follow through 4 episodes. And it's not just the one character that we're following. We're following a narrative of Lucia, Esperanza, and we had Voivode and Jack. Voivode is clearly coming back a couple of times in this, potentially as a Black Lantern now. And these are all characters that I didn't care about beforehand, and they haven't made me care about them, with the exception of Esperanza I care about. I think she was a kind character. I enjoyed the way she behaved. I do wish she'd stop telling me that all would be well every 2 seconds. I know, and I understand that's the Blue Lantern thing. That's the only character I care about, and she's dead. So, and probably not the hand that came out of the ground as a Black Lantern. So, I don't know. Oni said, don't be surprised if they make Lucia a White Lantern and her sister comes back as a Black Lantern and possibly be resurrected as a White Lantern. Yeah, I can see. I think every single episode that comes out is going to have 3 things. It's going to have some random place that we have to go to rescue somebody. So we had to go and rescue Constantine in the first one. We had to rescue Saint Walker in the second one. So I think we're going to have another rescue of somebody in a little cave or underground area, because they seem to like to do that. I think we're also going to be going and looking for a sister. The first one, we're going and looking for Lucia. The second one, we're going and looking for Esperanza. So I feel like somehow they're going to incorporate us looking for a sister or something similar to that anyway. And then at the end, somebody's going to swap from one lantern to another. That seems to be what they do every time. And if it ends up being Lucia becoming a White Lantern, my frustration level is going to get even higher than it is now. And frankly, it's quite high. This episode is frustrating me. Oni said, oh no, sorry, I read that one. Iconic said the best content is recycled flashback content. Well, I mean, playing through some stuff that's actually from comic books would be nice. I mean, the majority of people who play this game play because it's DC. And I am not one of those people. I played because I was looking for an MMO that I could play with my best friend that was free. This is one we tried. The fact that it had like this beautiful movement in it, the power sets are really awesome, and like no fall damage is always a plus for me. So all of that appealed to me so much. The fact that it was DC was just extra great stuff on top of what I already liked about the game. But the majority of players came here because this is DC superheroes, or at least superhero game. And if they don't actually reference the superhero content enough, I don't know how many people are going to hang around. But it does seem like they're trying to get newer players in to replace those who leave. I don't know how that's going. I don't have the numbers they do, but I don't know. Playing the older content is something I actually enjoy more at this point, that's not a good thing, right? You want people to be enjoying the newer content. YT says they need to drop the Elite Plus runs earlier than they do. Actually, yeah, you're absolutely right. They only just dropped the Elite Plus and the newest boss, and they're about to do the new episode. Maybe they were having a trouble with it, or struggling, or too many things at once. Seems like they maybe have a lot less developers than they used to ever since the swap happened, which means a lot more things are getting worked on by less people. So maybe they're just trying to keep up as fast as they can. Maybe that's why things are coming into the game with glitches in them and things that they need to hotfix. But yeah, I do think that they should probably bring them a little sooner, because it was a long time waiting. It finally came in, and now it's going to be the newest episode anyway. Richard said my Celestial Toon has the hacker head aura. Looks awesome. Like ribbons floating around Toon. I'm glad you're happy. Deadworld said, my dog demands to be walked. Hopefully I'll get back before you get onto emotes. I should do the emotes now, shouldn't I? Let's do it. Let's grab. I mean, that was probably said a little while ago. That sounds like I'm like, oh, Deadworld's gone. Let's do it without her. That's so mean. No. Hang on. Let me find where I'm up to. Richard said, looks good with that aura. I think if the devs and staff actually played DCUO, they would create better gear and items. Yeah, I think that is one of the issues I'm noticing too, is they have said that they've been playing the content and having a look, but it doesn't seem like it to me. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like maybe they jumped into the game for a little bit, played a very little amount, and then made a bunch of conclusions that aren't necessarily accurate. But yeah, people who play the game constantly, like we do, are going to notice the things that are an issue way more. Let's actually do some of the emotes. So we'll collect them. I think I won't have too much trouble noticing them when we go into the... actually, I should grab the other one too so you guys can see, right? I'll probably open more capsules with stabilizers at some point, so I will probably get this one again. All right, let's go and have a look at the emotes. We'll put them all in my wheel. So we've got Con Job, Hammer Smash. Oh yeah, see, that one's different. Hammer Smash is different. Okay, that's good to know, because there's a different Hammer Smash, which is this one. Therapy Hammer. All right, cool. We've got the Jump Rope. kryptonite. Oh, cards we already had. That's not new. And the sprint. Okay, that's all of them there. Is it going to save? Okay, good. All right, let's go the first one. Oh, hang on. Let's put my wheel up so that I can actually see what they're called as well. No, not switch character. Oh, sometimes I do things out of habit. When you do it all day long, my fingers go all on their own. All right. Let's start with the con job ritual. Constantine's one. That's a very recent one. I'm kind of glad they're giving us access to these, but at the same time, aren't these ones that we receive through collections? Won't this kind of negate everybody trying to get the collections if they're going to do it this way? Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe it's not the collections. I mean, this does look kind of cool. Hang on, I saw... Iconic said con job is bugged. Book disappears halfway through it coming out. Does it? Let's activate it again. Oh, you're right! When it's supposed to, like, open in my hand, it doesn't. It just disappears. Oh, that's annoying. I don't like it. Oh, that's frustrating. All right, we'll do the next. We're going to do the therapy hammer. Oh, that's so stupid. Let's do it again. Wait. Oh, it is very Harley. It looks like, is this from the Homecoming event? It looks like, you know, doing one of those swing the hammer onto the bottom of a stand and it does that thing that shoots up to the bell. I don't know what that's called. Strongman, maybe? Something like that, where you're testing your strength or how hard you can swing. It's very silly. I kind of like it better than the Harley one because the Harley one does something really freaking weird with the legs. Actually, I'll show you guys in case you haven't seen. I assume you have, but just in case, we'll have a look at that also. That's this one here. This one. So she, like, will whack it down and then her legs flip up behind her. Like, that's weird, right? It's like anti-gravity. I don't really understand why that's what it does, the hammer smash. It's just odd. I don't like it. I like the other one more, but honestly, I probably won't use either. All right, let's go to the next one. The hammer. So now we're doing jump rope of truth. I've seen this quite a bit. I don't mind this one. It looks okay. Where was I? I scrolled too far. Hang on. Deadworld said, aha, I knew you would open more. Nailed it. I will, just not now. I probably will with stabilizers, but I won't open any right now. This one I've seen quite a bit. This one's handy for if I had my Wonder Woman character with it. It's alright. I don't mind it. It does go on, which I kind of like the emotes that keep going until you break them. They're good for when we're live streaming and just chilling on, especially on Multi's channel when we're just hanging around. It's good. Oni said, I'm actually working on a Jessica Cruz Indigo Lantern and Black Lantern at the moment. That sounds great. I've made so many lanterns now. It's all Danielle's fault. I did one lantern, she showed me all her lanterns, and now I just want all the lanterns. I can't help it. Deadworld said, no Indigo Lantern has genuine remorse. Yeah, that's exactly what I think. It's a forced emotional response. It's not actually how they feel. Which is sucky. I don't want that. Let's do the next one. Kryptonite Surprise. So this one I do want to use specifically on another character, so I'll attempt to get it. But, oh yeah. And then they should have the Kryptonite beside her, right? Yeah, I like that. She is not a happy little Vegemite. She's having a hard time. She does not like the green Kryptonite, guys. And I like that this one stays in position too until I move her. So she can be like in agony for a while, which is mean. That's so mean. I'm watching my character in agony. Never mind. I'll do that one again so you guys can see the drop again in case you're curious. I think it's interesting that they pick the box up off the ground and then splat. I mean, I don't mind that one. That's going to be handy for me on a Supergirl character. All right, then we have the Pyromaniac 8. Is that 880 or barbecue? It's barbecue, right? I think it's barbecue. Pyromaniac barbecue. It's boring so far. Was that it? No. That's way more boring than I thought. She doesn't even eat it. Why are you roasting a marshmallow you don't even eat? They're so yummy. Ah. That sucks so much. I don't like that one. That's more boring than I thought it was going to be. At least eat the marshmallow. Oh, no. Richard said the enigmatic head part and the smoke part looks awesome. They should have left the rings off. Actually, I would like it more without the rings. I agree. The swelling rings, it would be better without it. I still like it with it. It's okay, but I agree. The smokiness of it and then the headpiece, I really do like. And it would go great for mental characters. I wish it was slightly less blue for them. For me, the blue is perfectly fine. It goes with my chroma, so I'm fine with it. But yeah, for others, I think that maybe it's just a little bit too blue. Just a little bit. Oni said, yeah, because the serial killer really cares about life. See? Exactly! I'm so glad that people think the same. Because for a while I was like, I think it's just me. But no, apparently it's not just me, so that's good. Chosen says, to be completely honest, my DCUO character almost feels too strong in my opinion, but I don't know how strong she should be. I don't know. I haven't had any issues with my character seeming too strong. A good gauge is if you can run elite gear. If you can run the elite content with your character and you can run it too smoothly and you don't have a full team, maybe it is too strong. I don't know, but my character has always needed a full team to be able to get through elite stuff, so yeah, I think she's okay. But also, my artifacts aren't fully leveled. I think I've got 2 on here that are full. Yeah, we've got 2 that are full. I still haven't got my solar amplifier done, and I had to add 2 other ones in just recently because of the change, so I don't know. What's our other emote? We had one more. Oh, that's the speedster cardio. I've actually wanted this one for a little while. This one's good. You guys know, I play speedsters so freaking often, so this one suits me great. I'm very happy with this. Deadworld said, care so much about life that they need to take it away from others, right? There's this line in the Book of Blood that they read out when you play the initial missions that is like, how is it worded? I can't remember. But it's like saying that taking from the weak that which they don't need, which is life, like taking their lives because they don't need it, because they're weak. That's so mean and horrible, and that's how I feel about the Compassion Lanterns, is that they thought that people don't deserve life before all this happened, and they have their feelings forced on them. They're not a real, genuine feeling. I hate that so much. AC said, meant to say, will the developers create a cyborg Superman chess piece style, given they've been using him this episode? I don't know. I mean, we never really, I think he said chess. Yeah, chess piece style. That makes more sense. But I don't know, because we don't really ever know what the developers are exactly doing. And I think the only person who might have an inkling on what they might be planning to do is Meta Knight, because she's part of the Creator League. So she might be a better person to ask. But even then, when Multi was in the Creator League, he wasn't given that sort of information either. They're given like information a few days before release so that they can let us know what's coming, which is really nice. Or so she can, because it's just Meta Knight now, can let us know what's coming. But other than that, I have no idea what they're planning to put into the game. I mean, I didn't think we were going to get Resurgence Mega Capsules. I thought that we were going to get Absolute Superman, or at least I was hoping we'd get Absolute Superman capsules, and that didn't happen. So my guessing is probably not going to be correct. It will just be a guess. Robert says they're pulling a Xena movie narrative for her, which would be cool if they let her grow with time rather than rushing her arc. See, I wouldn't have as much of a problem if this episode that we just experienced, she was actually doing something as an Indigo Lantern to pay for what she had done. If she was rescuing a whole bunch of people without her sister, without, you know, her main goal being, I'm going to go and find my sister, where she actually is trying to do something to make recompense for what she's done. Maybe helping the people of Kaznia, I don't know, but something that's showing that she's paying for what she did. There's none of it. There's just none of it. And I think you're right. I think they're rushing her arc. So it may have happened and we didn't even see it. Right? But they can't just give us a blog and say, yes, we did it. And it makes me not want to, I still don't like the character. Because I don't like the blogs either, so. I just want the game to be in the game, not in on a website where we read it. Deadworld said if they want new players, they need to start fresh with a new world, so all the players are starting off at the same level. As of now, all new players spend more time rushing to max out and bypass fun. Actually, yeah. A lot of people who come into the game want to be the best of the best ASAP, so they're comparable to everybody else. And I mean, that's hard too, because there are gatekeepers who specifically don't want particular CR ratings and particular stat point levels or artifacts that aren't leveled, and they won't let you into things because of those things. So people they're rushing through to get stuff done so they can be good enough to be let into things by the people who gatekeep, which I'm not really into that stuff. I don't really know who they are or anything like that. I just play for fun. But yeah, it's rushing people through. So it's a little bit sad that that's happening that way. But I mean, I don't know that the developers are going to change anything about that, because as far as I can tell, that means they get money, right? Because if people are wanting to rush through to level their characters, they put money into the game to do so. Or at least spend a lot of time to do so. And those are the two things that the shareholders seem to want. They want money, and they want us playing the game for longer and longer. And that's what's happening by the way that they're doing it, so I don't think they're going to change anything about that. Oni said, when I get an extra slot, I might make my last Jessica Cruz lantern a white lantern, maybe a sorrow lantern if they decide to release the emblem for the sorrow lanterns. Frankly, I hope they do. I'm kind of sad that at the end of this episode, where she becomes a sorrow lantern, we don't end up with a sorrow lantern artifact. Why didn't we get a sorrow lantern artifact? That would have made a lot of sense, right? I don't know, maybe it's just me. But I thought, you know, and at the end, like, our character becomes, maybe not a sorrow lantern, maybe we get the blue lantern ring off of Esperanza, we end up with a blue lantern artifact at the end. I would have thought that would be cool, because it would tie in with their narrative, but no, did not happen. Just a little sad. Deadworld said, Oni, I use Spade Emblem and Earth Powers for my Grey Lantern. Yes, she has got a Grey Lantern, also the Spade is a very good choice for the emblem. That's beautiful. Iconic said Conjob is bug. Oh, I read that when it popped up on my screen. Oni said, wouldn't water make sense for a Sorrow Lantern, though? They really need to buff the water powers, though. I would not use water for Sorrow. I use water for my Blue Lantern. So I definitely would not do that. I actually think that I agree with Deadworld. I would use Earth. It's the closest to Grey that you're going to get in this game. Deadworld said I use water for my Blue Lantern. Yeah, exactly. Same here. Iconic said the pages are supposed to flip. Yeah, I know! Isn't that upsetting? It does not happen the way it's meant to happen. It just appears open. It appears the spine for like 2 seconds, not even, for less than a second, and then it just is an open book. That sucks. I don't like that part of it. Though I will say, while it's working like this, it does look cool with my character. I mean, the purple magic and the purple accessory is kind of going well. I like those. Oni said, I'm mostly just used to the Green Lantern's power for my Blue Lantern Jessica Cruz. Oh, that's interesting. I've seen some people create Jessica Cruz and use the Green Lantern power. I think my Jessica Cruz is also Green Lantern. So it's understandable. But yeah, if you're going to change her over to the Blue Lantern from your Green Lantern, you're probably going to keep the same power set. Otherwise, you have to make 2 separate characters. So that's fair. AC said Therapy Hammer is totally old content. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that at all. But it's kind of fun, and I haven't seen it before. So, well, I haven't played with it before. I probably have seen someone do it and thought, oh yeah, because it's not something I would necessarily use. But I mean, it does kind of suit a Harley character. I don't mind it. And I like it better than the actual Harley hammer, because the leg thing I always thought was really freaking bizarre on that. Where is that one? Up here. Where her, I don't know, body becomes in the air and her legs flip behind her. It seems silly. Even more silly than the other one. Ugh. I don't like it. Chosen said, I have the Kryptonite Surprise emote on my main tune. Excellent! Well, now so do I. Just on the EU server. Oh, hello, Steve. Steve said, good morning, Shattered Shadow. So good morning, Steve. It's actually evening for me now. Nearly 7 p.m. Oni said, that's a weird way for the body to bend too. Yes! Thank you! It's just wrong. Iconic said, well, it's because the hammer is super heavy. I know! And it's supposed to be a powerful hammer too, right? Like, there's supposed to be a reason for it. But it doesn't make it look any less silly to me regardless. I still find it really silly. And I have a Harley character. I do have it on her. I don't use it. It just sits there. Oni said, when did Wonder Woman use her lasso of truth as a jump rope? Lol, I guess she wants to go back to her childhood. Yeah, never. I don't think that's ever happened, but I like it anyway. I don't mind it. It's better than the Wonder Woman spin that goes like on the wrong angle because my character is flirty stance, so she stands on an angle, which means that the stars in the middle are not in the middle on my character. It's very annoying. Robert said the emotes were from a Mega Resurgence Capsule of 2022. Random drops, no collections. That's interesting. I wonder if they're going to bring back some of the other old stuff, which, like, if they bring back some of the old chromas, I will be happy because I like some of those and I need more. That's right. Deadworld said, I do have a lantern of every color core. Yes, you do. And I have seen them, and they look great. Iconic said, would you think the LexCorp logo on the box would be a dead giveaway? Right! Why would they open it? And also, not only that, they have plenty of time to look at it because it's on the ground and they pick it up. There's time there, but no. Apparently it's fine and we don't care. I mean, if it's supposed to be Superman that got fooled, I'm very sad for Superman. Steve said the Pyromaniac one is the most silliest emote I've seen. Why don't they eat the marshmallow? Why go through that effort and not eat it? That's so upsetting. What a waste of a marshmallow. I don't understand. It's so crazy. Oni said, I almost have a Jessica Cruz for every single lantern: willpower, fear, rage, greed, hope, compassion, love, ultraviolet, and death lanterns. Nice! You just need sorrow. Right? I don't know if anyone watches my other channels, but on my channel where I just kind of showcase random things that are happening in my life and I complain about movies and things, on that channel, I showed the rings that I got. I got a box of all the lantern rings. It doesn't have sorrow. I don't think anyone was surprised about that. And it doesn't have ultraviolet, but I have ultraviolet anyway because technically it's invisible. Okay, so that's how that works, but I love them. I have the full set, but they're big. I think they're meant for men. They're a very large-sized ring, but they look so cool and I love them. Steve was talking to my mom. Never mind. Iconic said, my guess is Absolute Wonder Woman time capsule is the next capsule to come out. Yeah, I'm thinking they might do that too. He said, I can't stand to read the blogs. I just have to read aloud feature do the job. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I read them on my channel, is because no one wants to read them. So I just put them out on my channel and then everyone can listen that way and hear it. And apparently people enjoy it because I'm funny. So that's great. Thank you for the compliment. I'm very appreciative of everyone who does think I'm funny. But yeah, I don't like them either. I think that storyline narrative should be in the game. We shouldn't be going elsewhere to find it. I don't like that. I find it annoying more than anything else. And also, it doesn't seem to give us much either. So I'm going over there to read out something that barely anything happens during it. But if we don't read it, then we're missing something when the actual episode releases. So I don't know. Deadworld said, if you ever watch the DC animated movie Crisis, the ending is a great arc to springboard to a DCUO 2 on updated Unreal Engine. We could keep a style and some other things, but start fresh. I don't know if they want to do that. It seems like it's a lot of effort to do it and potentially won't have a lot of people move across, because I don't know that I'd move across unless I could keep a lot of the things that I've put work and effort into on here. So, a lot of people want a DCUO 2. I would be happy if one came out. I'm not going to lie. I'd definitely play it, but it probably wouldn't stop me from playing this one. I love it too much. It would depend how much carries over, I think. Gus said, when will you make a Superwoman character? Is that? I have made a Superwoman character already. I have made Superwoman from Earth 3, specifically the Lois Lane version who gets the powers of Ultraman, so she's got match powers to that. I've also made different styles of Superwoman from different iterations when I've been live with Multiverse. Whenever we've had a Superman day, I do a Superwoman version of my character. So I've done quite a few styles, and I definitely already have 2 Superwoman characters. One of them is on the EU server called Woman of Super, and then another one is just called Superwoman. And they're fun. I've made 2. There's plenty of videos of them out there. Woman of Super is my first one I did. You can see her playing from, I think, from creation to like level 20 or something. And then I've just done a video where I have specifically created that character for a live stream and played it through with everyone to create the Crime Syndicate. So I have done Superwoman more than once. Oni said she has seen my Green Lantern Jessica Cruz before. I have. But also my Red Lantern and Yellow Lantern. I've seen quite a few Jessica Cruzes too. It's also one of the characters that I made. I made a Green Lantern character when we had an Ultimate Recruitment event where there were Green Lantern rewards. So we got the Kyle Rayner chest piece and the Bleed Aura. I created my Jessica Cruz then. But I named her that Green Lantern so that I could make 4 different versions. So I have Aricia, Joe, and then Jessica Cruz, and one other that I can't remember. It was a little while ago, but I've done a lot of Green Lantern styles now. Robert said they might give us an artifact that gives us a Black Lantern iconic ability or a Grey Lantern ability, but hey, it's just DCUO theory. Frankly, I think we should have received a Compassion Lantern ring at the end of the first episode from this particular narrative, and then as an artifact that gave us an ability, and then at the end of this one, so the Mogo storyline, I think we should have received the blue, right? The blue ring comes off of Esperanza and goes to our character to set us up for the next narrative as like a Blue Lantern for that period of time, and we get an artifact that gives us a Blue Lantern ability so that we can actually use one. I thought that would have been cool, but apparently no. Deadworld said, would be nice if they just made a Lantern power set that we can set the color and roll at creation. I would love that. I wish they'd do that. It's at least a simpler way to be able to give us a full range of different Lantern abilities without having to put too much work in. It's just a color change. So I would like that. I wish they would put that into the game, but unlikely at this stage, I think. But, you know, let's not hope. I don't want to hope because then I can get sad when it doesn't happen. But I want to hope because wouldn't it be nice? Let's do one of the emotes again because we're just standing still. There's a lot of chat, so I'm making sure I read everything. She's going for I was going to say a jog, but it's not. It's a very, very fast run. Oh, Rose says we're 2 hours in. Oh, I've done longer than I thought. Normally when I do a capsule opening, it's about an hour to an hour and a half. Deadwell said, Laura, why are your henchmen gold? My henchmen are gold because I've got elite ones. I can't remember if they're OWA. I think it's OWA on here. Oh, no. It's Envirotech. So if you have played the spring event and you were able to purchase these are currently the strongest henchmen in the game. They are the Envirotech ones. They do very, very nice damage and they also heal. They have little blue orbs that float around the area that you can run through, and so can your allies that will heal both you and your allies, which is really nice. The other ones that are currently called Elite as well are the OWA ones, which I might also have. Give me a sec. Or OWAN, I think. These ones here. I'll pop them in. We can activate them after this. They, as far as I could tell, their damage was really good, but Multiverse did a more thorough investigation of it and found that the Envirotech guys actually do more damage output. So if you can get these ones from the next time that we hit spring, highly recommend them, at least at this point. Who knows if they'll bring out something better, but I will activate the other henchmen once they have actually disappeared and show you the other ones as well. The other ones are ones that we got through completing something in the event tab. That we've done so much in the event tab now, I don't remember specifically what it was. It was not patrol. It was chapter here. It was completing 20 days of Fearful Day, I think. And we received the elite backup on uplink device of the OWAN Tactical Assault, which is 2 Green Lantern, 1 Blue Lantern. I'm frustrated that it's not, different for the villains, so that we could have one set for hero and one set for villain, which I think you and I have actually agreed on before, Danielle, is that we got both so that the villains had one and the heroes had one and they actually matched our characters, but apparently we can't choose that sort of thing. But yeah, I would highly recommend if you can to get the Envirotech ones, because they have been proven by multi to do much more damage. And also the healing is helpful. Like, I have been using them because I do really like the extra healing. Why is it not changing from red? It's still stuck on red. Is it broken? Or does it take that long for it to actually change? Hang on. Maybe it's because I had this one in? Oh no, there's the timer. Okay, we'll wait till the timer goes down, swap to the other one. AC said, they won't make a new DCUO, sadly, especially given that they gave up on the Marvel version of this game. I was so excited for that too. That's one of the times I got my hopes up and they got dashed so fast. My best friend and I, actually he looked it up and found out about it before me, told me about it, I got so excited. But then, no, didn't happen, no. AC said, as I didn't see the game being profitable enough, the Marvel game. Yeah, that's what happens. They didn't see it as being something worth doing because they weren't going to make enough off of it, and then they didn't do it anymore, and I got a little bit sad, and then I got over it. Deadworld said, even if you didn't want to move across, you would buy and make a new tune at DCUO too. I would. I'm not saying I wouldn't play it. I would play it. The crossover to keep a few things would just be a bonus for DCUO players. Yeah. The thing is, though, with the amount that I've put into this game, the other game would have to be freaking awesome for me to move across and lose stuff. because I love this game a lot, but I would want to take my character across. Understandable if they want to reset my CR. We're starting at DCUO 2. That's fine. Maybe I have to do that. But I'd want all my styles because I love them. I'd want all my armories because I love them. So I would go across. But whether or not I swapped to that game over this game would depend on what I can and can't bring. You know? The Chosen said there's 2 Superwoman characters in DC Comics, though. Actually, there's more than 2 Superwoman characters in DC Comics, and there's more than one version of, like I did the Earth 3 version, there's more than one version of her. There's a Donna Troy version, there's a Lois Lane who has the Ultraman abilities, there's a Lois Lane who is a replacement for an Amazonian, and then there's one other person that I can't remember who does the Earth 3 version alone. And that's only the Earth 3. There's more than 2 types of Superwoman. There's quite a few. Iconic said, but have you made Superwoman Earth 3 with the reborn shoulders? No, I haven't. But that is a great idea. I love how it's called shoulders when it's actually a neck piece. I might do that because I do have one style of her that I'm doing where she does have the neck piece around, and I've used, like, I think it's the Viking chest piece that has, like, the necklace on it already, and I colored that red. But that would actually look better. Your suggestion would look better. Maybe I have to go do that. Thank you, Iconic. Dead World said, AC, I see what you were saying, but with the new DC movies coming out, I think the hype is there. Oh, yeah, I also think there is a bit of hype. People would be excited about DCUO 2. It's whether or not enough people would be excited about a DCUO 2, I think. Whether it's going to make them enough money. Chosen said, how do you make Earth 3 Superwoman? I'm curious. Oh, that's a long conversation. That's a long conversation. So I would recommend, if you want to know how to do the Earth 3 Superwoman, go and look for my live stream, my most recent Superwoman live stream, because that's where I've created her. I've done a bunch of armories for her. There's a lot of different choices for what you can choose. I'm frustrated that I can't get the style of the Earth 3 character that's actually in-game, because I would really like that style, but it's not available to us. But there's a lot of ways you can make do. And a good chunk of them are from character creation as well. So, you know, you can do it. And, yeah, I would recommend going to that video to find out. Rayshawn said, it's 4:03 a.m. here. Night-night, everyone. I'm tired now. Have a good sleep, Rayshawn, and thank you for popping in. Iconic said, us villains are doing more good than Lucia in this whole storyline. Oh, so true. Oh, that is a very good point. It's nice to see that other people kind of have the same sort of thinking as me about this situation, because for a little while I did think maybe it's just me. And often Multiverse and I agree on things like this. So we agreed on this thing, which, you know, it's not a huge surprise. He and I agree on a lot of things. But I did think that maybe it's just Multi and I, because sometimes we agree and a lot of people don't. But it seems like a lot of people kind of don't like it either. So I'm glad it's not just us. Dead World saying goodnight to Ray. That's lovely. Oni said, it was funny during the Mogo story where I'm playing as a Yellow Lantern character, beating the hell out of all the other Yellow Lanterns, right? I do think that this storyline would have lended itself very well to a separate villain narrative, so that the villains were doing one set and the heroes were doing another set, like the old school episode releases. But unfortunately, that's more effort and work that they'd need to put into the game for it. Just don't really see that happening at this point, because it's a lot. Iconic said, Envirotech do almost double the damage of the Owan henchmen. Yeah, let's put the Owan henchmen in so we can see them. And then I can activate them for you guys so you can see what they look like. But I do highly recommend that you get the Envirotech ones at this stage. If something newer comes out and it's better than Envirotech, I'll let you guys know. I'm going to test them a little bit more heavily than I have been so that I can let you guys know what's probably your best bet. But yeah, if you can get Envirotech, they're the strongest at the moment, even though they don't look cool. These ones look pretty cool, but they only work for heroes, right? What kind of villain wants 2 Green Lanterns and a Blue Lantern to come out? I don't like it. I just wish it was a little more, making more sense. It's like the artifact, you know, the Sinestro's broken ring or corrupted ring. You don't really want to use the controller side if you're a hero, and you don't really want to use the damage side if you're a villain. So that's kind of frustrating. Because, I don't know, it deters me from wanting to use it because of the fact that if I put it on my controller, I don't want to see Parallax pop out. It doesn't make sense. Oni said maybe they'll give us elite henchmen for the Yellow Lanterns. I hope so. I hope they give us, well, they've got like 2 green and 1 blue for this, so I'm hoping we get like 2 yellow and a rage maybe. Something that makes sense. so that the villains can have a set as well, because there's no way that a villain is going to want to like use these. But at this stage, a lot of people have these available, and not a lot of people have the Envirotech, because this is something you could have gotten for every single character on your account. And the Envirotech ones is a one-time purchase from the vendor, so you'd have to play through a lot of content to get it for every character on there. But this is Heroes, clearly. You know, I wish it made a little more sense. AC said, what do you think of Obsidian Chill exit as a DCUO content creator? Oh, I think I understand his choice. I think I understand why he also left the Creator League. But I am sad to see him go. I really found his videos very, very helpful. I liked how much testing he did, and not that I ever did an exact copy of his loadout sets, but I usually used his videos as a jumping off point. I'd start with what he had, I'd play around with it to see what works for me, and then I'd go from there. So I really enjoyed his content. I really enjoyed when he would explain what different artifacts do, because I find it really, really helpful to listen to that rather than just read it. So I miss him. I don't know that, I mean, we've like had a couple of comments back and forth, but that's about it. He probably doesn't really know who I am, but I found his content really, really helpful. And even though I understand him going, I'm sad to see him go, because he was good. He was a good YouTuber. He gave lots of good information, and he was a really good player. You know, so it was, and it's nice to see something from the perspective of people who have like elite everything, like a big league and all top gear, and put that much effort into it as well. It's interesting to see it from that perspective, because we all know I don't play that way. I play for fun. So what I get done, I get done. What I don't stress about. But he put a lot of effort into that, and I really loved seeing that too. I think it scrolled. Deadwell said, I do want the reborn skin for my Indigo Lantern. I just want it because it's got tats. I love tats. I want it. I think it looks so good. I will get it at some point. We'll see how we go. Oni said, still trying to work on the reborn tattoo skin for my Indigo Lantern Jessica Cruz. See, everyone wants it. Everybody. It's nice. It's a nice skin. I like it. Robert said, I hope they make a giant book for the new chapter as a base league item. So many ideas for its use. Understandable. I mean, all right. The giant book, and there's a giant diary, actually. I can say that Superman created a giant diary for his lair by using bookcases and a door. It looked really, really good. I mean, if you want to try to create one yourself for your base, you kind of can, but it's not the same as actually receiving one. Oh, hello, Doctor. I don't know what T means, but hello. Deadworld said, I thought I did the 20-day Fearful Day, but I don't recall those henchmen. Maybe it's a separate, because I think I saw 2 for Fearful Day there, so they may have done something afterwards as well. Give me one sec. We'll go back. It said chapter, right? No, it is. It's the Fearful Day. So for Day of Reckoning, which was Casnia, we did the 20-day here. And then for Fearful Day, this was the 20-day. And then Aftershock, I believe, was a 10-day. To get that forehead accessory. So this should have been something you got. Maybe you didn't collect? Because it should still be available there for your characters. I'm not sure what could have happened there. But, I mean, they look good. They do look good. But the Envirotech guys are definitely better. Unfortunately. Doctor said, hey, Shadow, hope you're doing well. Thank you. I'm doing better than I was. So there's improvement. So that's good. Although my throat is getting a little bit sore. That's not a good sign, right? When I haven't had a sore throat up until this point. Could be how much I'm talking. We all know I'm a talker. Iconic said, well, the Yellow Lantern Corps being taken over by a new leader has been done before in the comics. But Aquilo is fiercely loyal to Sinestro. See, why don't they cover some of this? Because I would have liked to see this more than what they're currently doing. And I must say, the little extra cutscene that they did with Lyssa Drac and the hand of the the Black Lantern coming out of the ground, which looks like probably Voivode, even though I'd much rather it be Esperanza. I mean, it did suck me in a little bit. I got a little bit excited. And it did something that the blogs don't do. Got me slightly hyped. The blogs have the opposite effect. Even if they told the same little narrative that we saw in that little cut that we received for the Aftershock, reading it as opposed to experiencing it in the game is a very different thing. And when I read the blogs, I go, okay, well, there we go, done. And when I saw it in game, I went, ooh, that's interesting. So I really wish that they would replace the blogs with those little shortcuts. That was way better than reading a blog. Ugh. But yeah, I still would much rather that this game had stuff that people were actually familiar with instead of introducing things that they've made up themselves. Even though I do really appreciate different people's creativity and the different storylines they're coming up with and things like that, this is a DC game. There's there's a big list of set characters that are in DC. Why aren't we playing with those? I don't get it. Deadworld said, I agree, you know, all my tunes are themed, so if something don't fit the theme, I just won't use it, even if it makes me weaker. Yeah, I'm like that too. Like my red lantern characters are using Red Lantern henchmen, even though the Envirotech makes more sense. So the reason I use the best or the highest level or best recommended items on my main character is because she's not a specific DC character. She's someone I made up who is kind of based off of myself if I could be a superhero. You know, that's what she is. So she kind of has what I think is the best one or functions the best on her. But a lot of my other characters don't. And even a couple of my Green Lanterns, I have the Green Lantern henchmen instead of the Oan ones because I like the look better. You know? So yeah. Iconic said Akilo would still stay in the core, but would not be acting in such an active role in defying Sinestro. Yeah, if it's outside of his personality, why on earth do they do things like that? It's like they know half of what's going on and just go ahead and write stuff based off the little bit that they know and don't actually research to get like very accurate information. It does make me wonder if one of the reasons they chose to create new characters and go off on this narrative is so that they would not have to look it up. They can make up all the lore of these characters themselves. But at the same time, kind of mess up the personalities of characters that already exist, like Akilo. Doctor said, well, at this stage, villains are but an afterthought in style, in plot, story, and equipment. Yes, I agree at this point, because the way that the storyline is going for both Kaznia and Mogo is definitely a hero-heavy one. It seems like the heroes are doing it, not so much the villains. It would be nice if there was a way that it made sense that the heroes and villains were in the story, but doesn't really seem to take that into account. I will say that's not just this, though. That's been happening for quite a few episodes where it doesn't really matter if you're a hero or a villain, and it seems more like from the perspective of the NPCs that are talking to your character that your character is meant to be a hero in it. So it's unfortunate, but I mean, it seems to be blending heroes and villains a lot more now these days. I'm not too upset about the fact that we can, you know, have a league together and we can group together, because it gives us the opportunity to play a lot more content that way if more people can join together. But it's, you know, it would be nice if some things were done from the perspective of villains, or there was something that made it make sense more so for the villains as well, because it's, you know, not quite there for them. Oni said, if Akilo is loyal to Sinestro, then why is he not helping Sinestro during the Mogo DLC? It just don't make sense. Exactly. It just don't make sense. I don't know. I'm hoping that it's kind of explained by, because it seems like Lissa is kind of being manipulated in some way by some being, which we may or may not already kind of have an idea about, but maybe Akilo is as well. If he is, it's not really been introduced or explained or seen, so it doesn't make it seem like very viable. And also, if we are sitting here trying to explain how things might be working in the storyline, that's not good because the storyline's unclear, right? So it should be more clear. I think it's just an overlook. I think they just overlooked the fact that that's probably not what Akilo would do. Chris says I miss Obsidian Chill. Steve says I miss Obsidian Chill. I know how to read. I also miss Obsidian Chill. His videos were really helpful. I mean, he didn't say he was definitely 100% gone forever, but honestly, I think it would take a big change for him to come back, in my opinion, and I'm sad. I think he did such a good job. His videos were really helpful. Iconic said, it just goes to show that the devs don't understand the characters they write from the comics. Yes, absolutely agree. I think it might be one of the reasons that they choose to create their own characters. Right? If they create their own characters, then obviously it doesn't have to actually match a comic book. Right? It makes sense. Deadworld said, my loyalty is for villains, but fortunately we are being pushed unfortunately, I'm so sorry. Unfortunately, we are being pushed aside. I agree. It's becoming much more about the heroes. I wish, even if they have to do the storyline from a hero perspective, right? If everything makes sense from our perspective, why doesn't the next episode then kind of be from the villain's perspective? I mean, it isn't that hard to do. To swap it, it's hard to do both, but you could do one and then the other. I mean, in the most recent blog, didn't it say something about actually not the most recent, the preceding one. It had like the perspective of Harley Quinn and Ivy, who were looking at what was happening on Mogo. It could jump off from that point and we could have a conversation. Ah, no, sprained ankle, sprained ankle. Ah, no, don't do that. Why did I do that? I forget it's sprained, guys. Anyway, I don't know why we couldn't potentially do something from the perspective of the villains in the next one. Heroes can take a back seat for one. It's fine. We'll live. Girth said, can you sell the reborn skin on the broker? I don't know. I haven't received it myself and I haven't tried to sell it. We could look it up and see if it's something that's available. But this is the EU server, so there's a higher probability you'd have more luck trying to find it if you were looking on the US server. But let's see. We've got a bunch of plans. I think that's for like the necklaces and the rings. You can! Look at that! Oh, I can get one if I wanted. Reborn tattoo skin is available, guys. There you go. It's currently, lowest price is 155 million if you're on the EU server. But I'm guessing the majority of you are probably on the US server, so you'll have to wait until... actually, no. You could look that up now. You don't have to wait till after reset. You got to wait till after reset to be able to see these pieces that I'm using, the weird vortex things. Speaking of, we should put another one on just in case someone hasn't been here for a little while so they can see them. Because they're definitely interesting. We'll do... Oh, let's do Glorious. Let's see... I like this more than I like the actual Sinister one. I don't know. I'm going to turn off my UI again because we can just see it a little better. Don't accidentally switch character. That's a bad idea. There we go. So it does look like you can sell it on the broker. So maybe keep an eye out there, guys, if you want to try and get it. Deadworld said, think you can sell the collection Girth. Oh, you probably can also sell the collection. Collections are usually sellable. Doctor said, what is Homecoming? I have no access to my PC right now. Have you played I'm assuming you've played Homecoming before, right? The Homecoming event. So if we go to the map, hang on. We'll go across and have a look. Homecoming. But I did do a live stream for the Homecoming rewards that we received. So if you're interested in all those rewards, you can definitely go watch that one. Deadworld said Teen Titan Games Doctor. Yeah, absolutely. It's a Teen Titan game. So it's this one. Where we go and have a chat with Raven and Ms. Martian, and then we go and play a whole bunch of games. Which I only play one now, which is the dance one, because it's the fastest. Doctor has a pop-up. It said, do you have the nuclear one? No, unfortunately I didn't receive it. Apparently it's not good. Iconic said that it's kind of transparent. Is that right, Iconic? So maybe not the best one. Highly recommend, though, you get the Scorching if you want one for nuclear. One for your atomic build, because that one looks like it's for atomic in my opinion. Hang on, let me find it. Oh no, that's not it. They're Scorching. This one looks like it's for atomic. Hang on, let's go over here and actually get close up to my character to look at it. Because, yeah, this actually has little particles coming off it in red and orange, which kind of suit atomic. Honestly, if you're going to get one, get this one. I think that looks way more like nuclear. I don't think it looks like Scorching at all. I wish it looked more like flames than like tadpoles. Raphael said, yo, how's it going? It's going pretty good. We're chatting and looking at different things in DC. What could be better? Oni said, also, why is Akilo siding with Lyssa Drac and not Sinestro? There's no way Lyssa Drac planned all this. No. We have that little scene where she's like being talked to by someone or something in the blogs. So it seems like she's being manipulated in some way. I'm hoping that that's the case for Akilo as well. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. But I don't know. And yeah, it does seem like they don't really pay attention to what the characters would actually do in order to make their storylines, to be honest, which is, it's a little bit sad. AC said, I think the new developers aren't paying for the rights to storylines. No, they're not. They've stopped at wherever it was last time, as far as I can tell, which means it stops at a point. So there's some stuff that they cannot put into the game because they don't have the rights to. But there's a lot of older stuff that they can still access, and they just aren't. Yeah, and they are, AC also said they are cutting costs and increasing microtransactions. Yeah, and trying to get us to play the game for longer by having the event tab, making us log in for multiple days, because that's something that the shareholders were looking at, as far as I know. Iconic said Oni's Fury 1988. He was beaten into submission by Mongol after he took over the Sinestro Corps, renaming it the Mongol Corps. So he was still in the Corps, but was considered a disgraced member with some use. Oh, that would be a good storyline. Why didn't they put that in there? Just anything from actual comic books would be nice, you know? Oh yeah, Raphael said, yeah, the event tab makes me come back every day. Same. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have a tendency to buy out the event tab to be able to show you guys the items to see if you actually think it's worth it to play through to get the items, which is, you know, like that reborn head emblem. I don't really think is worth it, but I still play on multiple consoles. So even though I do a buyout on one to showcase for you guys, I'm playing every day on everything else. So can't help myself. I have FOMO, which is what I think they're hoping, is that everyone has fear of missing out and will play it to get it. Because I so will. Dead World says, someone PM'd me in the game that for a dark side, I'm pretty nice. Lol. I don't know what you mean. Someone PM'd me in game that for a dark side, I'm pretty nice. Oh, you were playing a dark side character and that you were being nice. I got it. You are nice. At least you're always nice to me. Even when you're being like sarcastic and having to go at me, I kind of enjoy that because it's funny. Oni said they are they working for Brainiac or is it Necron? I have my own theories, but I will say I do think Necron is involved. So we'll see how that goes. I could be wrong. Robert says, sorry guys, my character's presence makes beings act out of their own nature. Lucifer Morningstar is to blame as to why Akilo betrayed Sinestro. My bad, lol. Wait, Lucifer Morningstar with a 1? Is that the Lucifer Morningstar who I tour the bases on Switch? Is that you? Oh wait, not Switch. Where was that? I don't remember what console you're on, but I have toured bases by Lucifer Morningstar, and they were great and creepy, but great. One of them, he scared me because he just appeared. Can you imagine quietly touring a base, nice and happy, and then suddenly having Lucifer appear in front of you? It's not the most pleasant experience, just saying. But you know, you kind of expect him to be in his own base. Iconic said he wouldn't have been in a definite role in going against Sinestro. Like the DCUO devs wrote him, he would not submit to someone as weak and cowardly as Amon, which the ads are naming Amon Core. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't know a lot about the core, but I do agree that Akilo would not so easily fold. I think he wouldn't do that. So for someone who doesn't even know much about specifically the lanterns, I know enough to know that doesn't seem right to me. Raphael said EU here. I'm also on the EU server. Welcome. Oni said the one collection for the Reborn set that you have to buy and cannot trade for your other characters, which really sucks. Yeah, I do really hate that we can't trade it to our other characters. It's kind of forcing us to play the game for longer again, though, isn't it? It makes us play our characters multiple times in the chapter to try and get the pieces. I kind of want to get the hand wraps, the shoulder piece, and the foot pieces in the enhanced version. I have the neck and hands already. I just need the feet because I really like the wraps, and I feel like for Halloween styles, I'm going to use those. But the rest of the style, I don't really care about too much. I do think the pants look kind of cool, and I do like the top as well, but I don't like them enough to pay the price that they cost. I don't like them enough to run all of the elite content enough to be able to get the renown to purchase them, because it's expensive, you know? It's too expensive for me to care, which is a shame because that would probably make me play longer. If they were a more reasonable price, I'd actually be playing the episode. And I'm not, because they don't cost enough for me to care. Mouth, because I noticed that on her new character model. I don't know. I wasn't sure how much they changed from the old character model, because I'll be honest, even in the episodes I've played with her in them, I haven't paid close enough attention to notice. But I love the shark teeth. I hope they're supposed to be there, because I think they look cool. But if they're wrong, then I have no problem with people not wanting them there. Doctor said Scorching looks awesome, but as I said, I'm not online at the moment. Yeah, I'm so sorry. What happened? That's sad if you're not able to play. It's sad if you're not able to play and you want to. But yeah, I would say if you're going to get one for an atomic build, from what I know from what Iconic said and what I can see of the Scorching, I'd say get Scorching over Nuclear. Because I think this would suit Atomic way more than what it sounds like Iconic's description is of the Nuclear version. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if Iconic has it on his channel. Have you showcased any of these yet, Iconic? Because I know you're on EU too. But worst comes to worst, guys, if you want to see what all of them look like, Meta Knight has a video out. She had it out before they even released on EU. So if you want to see what all of them look like, highly recommend going to her channel to have a look. Raphael said, to be fair, I'm enjoying my time at the moment. Joined a league and everything. Took a break 2 years ago. Burned out on CR chasing, lol. See, I enjoy the game more, I think, because I don't CR chase. I play for fun. So if I feel like it, I'll play. And I will say as well, there's a lot of gatekeeping with the elite content. But honestly, if you find a group who knows how to play their character well, even if they don't have full stats, even if they don't have full artifacts, even if they don't have ideal loadouts, you can usually get through elite just fine. So I think the people who gatekeep are just people who want to get through it as fast as possible. But I don't know. I don't play with those people because the elite stuff isn't as it's not as hard as it sounds like when people say, oh, elite is out. You can get through. I've done it multiple times with tunes that aren't leveled. I think on my channel I've showcased solos that I can do in elite. I haven't showcased raids because it's hard for me to get into them. Like, I have to wait for everyone to be ready and have the right group of people to get through it. So it could be hours before I actually get it. So I never know when it's actually going to happen for me to run the elite content with my not very high leveled characters. But it's possible, is a thing. You can absolutely do it. It's just that people who are doing it frequently have their characters fully leveled, gatekeep those things. So you have to find the right group of people. Deadworld said, well, the Wolfpack token makes it worth it, I think. Yeah, I've got to say, I'm so torn, right? This is the toughest decision I've ever had to make in DC, is whether or not I'm doing Wolfpack token or the material, because this is so rare. And I may not use it for everything, but I would probably use it for multiverses live streams. When we have themed events and stuff, I would use it for particular styles for that. So to get used for that. But other than that, I have it on my Switch already. I don't use it. It's okay. I really, really enjoy seeing other people enjoy it and how much they like it. The fact that we can color the swatches is great, but I like my really dark aesthetic, and there's a lot of chromas and materials I can use for that. Right? So that makes me think maybe I shouldn't do it because I won't use it except for multi stuff, and maybe I should get the Wolfpack token. But I can buy a Wolfpack token anytime I want to, even if it does cost so freaking much. I always have access to that. I don't always have access to the material. So I don't know where I'm sitting on this right now. I'm probably going to be ambivalent about it until the actual day of choice, and then we'll see what I do. But yeah, I do think for one of those two items, I do think it's worth it running the content, because one of them is ultra rare and one of them is ultra expensive, and it just depends on which one you would prefer. I don't know what's up with the other two choices there. It's like people who don't play the game chose these, because I don't know anyone who would choose these over a Wolfpack token or the shaded comic material. If someone is choosing these, let me know, because that very much surprises me. Iconic said, can you preview the other Vortex from the broker? They should be on there. Oh, let's go have a look. See if some other people got it. We'll warp out and go have a look. And see how we go. Oh yeah, Robert said, yes, it was on the Switch. Excellent. Okay, I remembered correctly. It's so fun being able to tour bases everywhere, but then I also don't keep track, apparently. There's too many. All right, let's look up Vortex. See if people are already selling them. Oh, we've got the Mega Capsule. That's fun. If we just go in styles, that should help, right? No, it doesn't. Is there accessory? There is. Okay, let's try that. Okay, surging. These are the ones I don't have. Temporal. Hey, guys. These are cheaper than I thought they'd be. I don't know if I want to buy them this early. How come Wicked is here? I have this one. It says usable by me. Why are the ones that I've already got sitting here as some ones that I can collect? That's weird, isn't it? All right, let's preview Surging. Oh. It looks like tadpole swimming through water. At least it doesn't cover her face. I mean, I don't like it. I'm going to be honest. It's on par with the Arctic one for me. It's just tadpoles swimming around. I find that really not nice. Also, why isn't it blue? It's purpley white. Is it purple because of my aura? Hang on, let's get out of it, take my aura off, and then try this again, shall we? Because maybe because my aura's on, it's warping the color. But I don't like that. No. Okay, let's try again. We'll look up Vortex. There we go. Search it, and then we'll go styles, accessories. Maybe this will be better? No! I hate it. It's purpley. It's purpley, blue, and white. It's more white. Why does it not look like anything to do with the water? I wouldn't put this on any of my water characters, and I have a few. Ugh, no. Does anybody like this for their water character? It just looks like tadpoles. I don't like it. Oni said, I also like the Dark Keeper's hairstyle, which I put on my Jessica Cruz characters. And it sucks that I cannot trade the hairstyle to my other characters. To my other Jessica Cruz characters, which I need that hairstyle for. It does suck. Because I don't understand why that's the case. Because if your characters play... No, I do understand why. They want multiple characters to play through. It forces us to play more, right? Let's do Wild. Oh, that looks like an aura. That looks familiar, like the spring aura that we just received. Which looked like a copy of another spring aura. We had a spring aura where the flowers were small. Then they made the same aura where the flowers were big. Now we've got an accessory where it looks exactly the same as the big flower aura. This is really in her face. Why is there green smoke? I feel like she smells bad. Does the green smoke make you feel like she's got a bad smell? I don't like this one. I'd rather put the aura on her because this is too much in her face. It's very busy, isn't it? I don't know. Does anyone like that one? Deadworld said, I ran Mogo on multiple tunes when we were getting 3 times the reward to get the styles. Actually, I ran Mogo on, I think, 2 tunes constantly to get extra currency, which I have not spent. So it's just sitting there until I'm ready. Iconic said, I will, but I will do it on my US character. Oh, no problem. I look forward to that. Hopefully you get a better drop than I did so that you can have a look at some good ones. And I really, really hope, even if you don't want it, I hope you get Temporal because it looks so pretty and everybody should have it. Doctor said, I am not at home right now. Parents are ill and I need to be here away from my PC. Oh, okay. I'm really, really sorry to hear about your parents, but I'm glad you're there with them. That's really good of you. And I hope that it's something they're going to recover from and that they're going to be okay. I'm really sorry. That's awful. Robert said the nuclear one looks more like you are in the center of an atom with the way the rings look. Okay, let's see if we can find this nuclear one. Here we go. Nuclear. It looks like confetti. What? No! Oh, okay. I have a new least favorite. I think I like the sperm. That's what Deadwell called them before. Tadpoles. We'll go with tadpoles. I think I like the tadpoles more than I like the weird atom. I hate this one. The atom isn't even moving, is it? It's just sitting there. This is awful. Get the scorching. If you have atomic, get the scorching. This sucks. It's ugly. Oh, this is my least favorite. I hate it, actually. Don't get that one. That's awful. Oni said, I never played the elite levels. Yeah, I have recently, a little bit, but most of the time I don't. It's every now and then. Just if I find a group of people who are going for it who aren't in the, a group of people who gatekeep, and you can get through them. You can. It just is a little time consuming. But it's kind of fun, It's fun to be able to get through those things, knowing that your character isn't perfectly built. It's cool. Doctor said, so I missed your last few streams. I'm sorry about that. You don't need to be sorry. Oh my goodness. Guys, I don't expect anybody to be here for every single stream or every single video or every single short or anything. You come if you enjoy the content. You don't come if you don't. If you're busy and life happens, it's fine. Please don't feel the need to apologize. There's absolutely no need. Life is happening. Do your lives and come when you enjoy the content. That's all. Deadworld said, once upon a time we got through Elite without arts, augments, allies, much less skill points, all about teamwork and knowing the mechanics. Exactly my point. As long as you know how to play your character well and you work together with the mechanics, you can get through it. It's not that... it's not the way that some people seem to be making it sound, like it's this really, really difficult thing. It's not difficult, it's just time consuming, and I think the people who gatekeep it are people who are, wanting to do it as fast as possible. So, that's not me. I don't care if we do it fast. I care if we have fun, which, we usually do when we play together. Oni said, I'm trying to decide if I should get the comic shade material or the stuff to level up my artifacts. Oh, no! It's a pain in the butt to grind your artifacts, especially when your catalysts break. Oh my goodness! I can't believe someone's considering that. You're the first person who said that to me. I'm so surprised. I understand the grind for artifacts, but I would rather grind for the artifacts and get the things that would either cost me a lot or are so rare in the game than get that for free. I'd rather just grind. I'd rather have my artifacts stay low until I'm ready. But I'm saying that after 6 years of play. So I have some artifacts that are leveled all the way. And so that might be different. Some people haven't been playing as long. Some people don't put the money into the game that I do, which is completely understandable. But I'm really surprised to hear someone say they'd rather get the artifact than get a Wolfpack token or that material. But at least you have a good reason. It makes sense. Definitely makes sense. Deadworld said, I never level up artifacts without seals. Neither would I. Absolutely not. You can be on 95% chance and still have it break. Just don't do it. All right. We also had temporal. I want to see this one. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Look how pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. I like the little sploosh. We're getting it. Wait, where is it? Oh, I can't. Hang on. Go back here. Temporal. We're getting it. Oh, it's cheaper than I thought. Oh, there was one for 20 million. We're getting the 15 million one. It's so pretty, guys. We have to get it and we have to put it on and then be happy. I really, really wanted this one. It's just beautiful. Gotta wait till it gets into my mail. Is it there yet? Oh, it is. That was fast. Okay. Let's put it on. Please, please look as pretty on my character as you did in the broker. It better. Oh, no. I did it again. It's not an aura. It's an accessory. Temporal. Oh, look at it. It's got little bubbles, like, because this is meant to be for quantum, so it matches the power set. But look how they're, like, see-through, and it kind of looks like a galaxy in it. It's so nice. Oh, I love it. And it's purpley, too. It could be because I have purple on underneath as well, but this is my favorite one. And that's saying something, because it's meant for quantum. It's more blue than it is purple. I will say I wish the little bubbles wouldn't go in front of her face, but compared to some of the others, it is not covering her face very much at all. It's pretty. I love this one. It's my favorite. Raphael said, I stupidly thought we would all get the rewards. I mean, it's the year's end rewards. Don't be thinking we're going to get stuff. That's not how it works. We have to choose. Would have been nice, though. That's a lot of items. But I can kind of see why not, because that Wolfpack token is worth, normally for the US, when it's not on discount, about 100. For us, it's about, I think, 122 bucks or something like that. It's expensive. I would not purchase it at full price. It's too pricey. But yeah, it would have been nice if we got them all, but I don't think these developers are quite that generous. I happen to think they're probably going to remove the CR skip that we normally get to celebrate every year that the game has been out. I think they're probably going to remove that because I love it so much. So they keep removing all the things that I love. And the last CR skip we received didn't give us an artifact pack. You had to be leveled all the way to 30 before you could unlock it. I still have one that I haven't opened because the best part about those for me was skipping all the first missions and going all the way up. So now I play through the first missions. Getting up to level 420 or whatever it was from level 30 is not that hard. So it's just a little bit useless. I might use it for the style. It's like the bat metal style or something. Maybe I put it on my like my Batgirl or something. We'll see. Oni said, yeah, because this game wastes your time by trying to upgrade artifacts without a seal. I agree. No one should be doing it without a seal, except on the very first breakthrough where it's 100% likelihood of breakthrough. That's the only time you're allowed. Steve said, I'm still torn between choosing the shaded comic material Wolfpack token. Decisions. Welcome to my world, man. This is exactly how I feel. The decision is too hard. We want both. On the bright side, I can get both, because on Switch I can get one, which will be Wolfpack token, because I already have shaded comic, and then on Xbox I can get another one, and then on EU one, and then on US one. And I say that I have one account for EU and US, so I'll only get it once, but I also have my free-to-play account. So I'll collect one on the US server on here, and then on my other one collect it on the EU server on there. So it'll make sense. It'll work. Mind you, a Wolfpack token goes through both servers, whereas the shaded comic material goes onto one character. So at least a Wolfpack token I can utilize on my characters across both servers, which is kind of cool. So that might be something that impacts people's choice there. If you're playing 2 servers with 1 account, you are probably going to want to go for the Wolfpack token if you want it to count on both accounts. Otherwise, you will only get that shaded comic material on 1 character on 1 server, not on both. Doctor said, why do surging look like... I've been saying tadpoles. I slipped up before, but yes, I agree, it does, and I did not like it. And Arctic looks like that as well. Don't get the Arctic. It's so bad, guys. It's so bad. But this one is beautiful. This one is my absolute favorite one. It's so pretty. I like the speed that it moves. I like the way it's translucent. I like that it's not always in front of her face. It's just pretty. Ah, okay. Was there others? I don't know. Let's have a look. I went off on a tangent, didn't I? I'm kind of known for doing that. That's just how I roll. All right, let's go back to accessory. Let's see what else we had. We saw Surging, we've seen Wild, Sparking. Furious we have not seen. Let's preview Furious. Oh, I see exactly what you mean, Iconic. No! You're right, though. Scarlet Witch, this would suit. But hang on. I have no aura on. It is red and purple. That's purple coming off of it, isn't it? Why is it purple? Hang on, how much does this cost? We should have a proper look. Yeah, I'll pay 15 million for you guys to have a look at that. Let's go look properly. Did it actually collect? Hang on. I don't know that it actually collected properly there. Let's go back again and see if it's still there. But we'll have a look at it and see. Vortex, accessory, Furious. Oh no, it's gone. Yeah, I probably collected it. Let's go grab it. But that is stupid. Ugh. If it's supposed to be for a red lantern, why does it look like something completely else? No, I don't. We don't have it yet. Did I actually buy it? Maybe someone else bought it at the same time and that's why it's not here. Sorry, I'm trying not to show. Sorry, it's all right. I think that message is perfectly fine, but still, I just want to get it. Maybe I didn't get it. Hang on. We can check my currency. 68. No, we didn't collect it. All right, go back. Someone else got in first. That is the dumbest red light thing I've seen because it's not red light at all. That's terrible. I can see completely why you don't like it, Iconic, neither do I. No. Style, accessory. Okay, let's try finding another Furious that's, you know, not too expensive. If it gets too expensive, we'll leave it. Oh, Mystical. Let's have a look at Mystical while we're here. What? Oh. I wish the stuff wasn't going in front of her face, but that looks like almost the same color as the Wicked one. Just the bubbles that are rising from it are slightly different. I think the pink is just slightly stronger, which, you know, the Mystical one is supposed to have both a purpley blue color and a pinky red color because that's the color of the sorcery loadouts. So that makes sense for that one. I do wish there wasn't so much going on right over her face, though, with it. That's a lot. I really, really don't like that. The swirling on it also seems a little bit slow. I think I like the Wicked one more than this, actually, which is saying something because I don't like it very much. But if I was gonna put it on sorcery, right? I think this one works better for sorcery than the actual sorcery one. So hang on. Let's go aura. No, not aura, accessory. Oh, darn it. How many times am I gonna do that? Where's Wicked? There. See this? No, it's a little bit too pink and not quite enough red. But I will say, like, the colors that are coming out from it, there's a red smoke going on. I actually think I like this one more than the sorcery one, just because it seems like, don't get me wrong, it's definitely in her face, but it seems less in her face than the sorcery one. I don't know. Robert said, fun fact, I discovered a way to make a working TV for bases in-game. You will see when you tour my red tool characters base. Awesome! Guys, I'm so sorry. The list of bases that I have to tour is so long. I'm getting there, but because I don't just cover base tours, and I do everything else as well, and I have specific days I can record, and then I have other work on other days, it makes it so that my recording is tight. So it means I will get to base tours, but I have to get other content out as well, and it makes it so I know a lot of people are waiting very, very patiently, which I appreciate, but I am doing my best, and I am looking forward to seeing your bases, because you guys know how much fun I have during bases. It's a lot. Oni said, it's that green smoke supposed to be pollen? Yeah! Also, why does it look different than the other ones? Thank you! It looks like a completely different thing. There's no swirling vortex, it's just flowers spinning around. It's almost like they took the flower aura, lifted it all up the top half of her body and went, that'll do. And yeah, I think the green is supposed to be pollen, but the pollen that they have in the game looks so pretty. It's a pale yellowy green with little sparks in it, and you can see it in the botanical gardens if you go and have a look in Gotham. That is pretty. That wasn't pretty. It looked like my character farted and was like the smoke was following her around. I didn't like it. Steve said if anyone picks the surging one, good luck. Yeah, wait till you see Arctic, Steve. Hang on. It gets worse. It gets worse, okay? Where's Arctic? We're gonna put it on for you. Look. That is worse, right? The color makes it worse. They definitely look like tadpoles, okay? They're so bad. Oh, Deadworld said best wishes for your parents. That is lovely. And same from me, Doctor. I hope they're going okay. Iconic said, I gotta get all the styles no matter if I like them or not. I try to do that so I can showcase them from my channel, but sometimes things are just a little expensive and there's too many of them, and I don't end up getting every single one to showcase. But I do try my best, and I do understand the completionist mentality. I may not be an elitist. I don't care if I'm the best of the best, but I care if I do everything. So I kind of do agree. I kind of like to have one of everything, even if I never use it, which is another reason that it's hard for me to choose between the shaded comic material and the Wolfpack token, right? They just made it so complicated. Oni said, that's nuclear, that's just lazy. Completely agree with you. It's my least favorite one, and I didn't think this was my least favorite. Surging is pretty bad also, but honestly, I like them better than the Atomic. The Atomic I hate. Oh, sorry, nuclear. Let's go back in. See if we can't get a Furious. Maybe I did get the Furious and it just took a while to get to my mail. We'll have a look. I don't think so, though. The price would have gone down. I don't see Furious here. Where is Nuclear? Oh, there it is. There. We can look at it here. It's so bad. It's like they started making it, right? And they go, okay, let's make like an atomic kind of symbol thing in there. Then we'll put the swirling things around. And then they stopped halfway and didn't put the swirling things. Honestly, the atomic thing, I don't like. I hate it. She looks like she's in a half-formed ball. It's ugly. I would say get the surging. I would honestly think that the surging one was atomic, and there's just not one for fire. I don't like this one. It's terrible. Definitely my least favorite. Raphael said I did the Mogo Elite raids as they were my first Elite raids ever. Oh, congratulations. Was it fun? Oh, good. He said it was actually fun. I'm asking questions before I finish reading. I had a good group. I was quite proud of myself for completing them. Aha. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If you get through it with a good group, you can get through Elite just fine. And it's fun. It is fun getting through it. I love it. Deadworld said, wait, we don't need to be here. F this, I'm out of here, lol. You definitely don't. I don't want people to feel like I expect them to come to everything. I don't. If you enjoy the content, you come. If you're busy, you don't. If you don't enjoy it, you don't. I'm not fast, guys. I'm really not. You got to do what's important to you, and you've got to live life. If life is happening, do life, you know? Then come back. Oni said, wait, did they have one for Quantum? Yeah. Quantum is temporal. It's the one that I had on before. It's my favorite. So I really do like it. I think it's so pretty. Where's temporal? Down here. It's in alphabetical order. You'd think I'd get it right, wouldn't you? No, apparently no. This one is for Quantum. You can see it's got the right coloring. It's got the bluey color and the purpley tinged bluey color. It's got the bubbles. It's not right in the face of the character. I like this one. I like that it's translucent. I like the light of it. It doesn't look like tadpoles. It's pretty. I think this one looks nice. I will say there's a lot of white to it. So if you're looking for it to 100% match your Quantum loadouts, you might not be that happy with it, because if I was trying to match my Quantum, I would expect this to have more blue and less white. Kind of like the Surging one. It was too white. But because I'm not trying to match Quantum abilities, I just think it looks really pretty and has a purple in there. It's perfect for me. But I would understand if other people have issue with it being a little bit too white for the Quantum loadouts, because honestly, it is. If you want it to match, it's not going to match. But I can say for every single one of these, I don't think they match. No, wait, green. Green matched. That's the only one. Everything else didn't match. Deadworld said, I have 0 level 200 arts and never felt weak. Right, I know. So many people will gatekeep. It's mostly on the US server, I will say, but that's probably because there's just more people on there. But so many people will gatekeep whether or not you can get into elite stuff if you don't have 200 leveled artifacts. It's rubbish, guys. You can do it without your leveled artifacts. You can do it without stat points. You can do it without allies. Multiverse plays his normal gameplay with one ally per tune, except for his main tune. It's perfectly possible and perfectly fine. I think it's bizarre how many people try to gatekeep stuff and then at the same time complain about having no challenge. You know what would give them a challenge? Playing with people who don't have fully leveled artifacts. I mean, come on! Then they can brag about carrying the group. I would tell them, good job, you carried the group. That's fine. But, you know, they don't want to do it that way. Misplaced says, oh, hello, how do you get those capsules? Okay, so at the moment I am on the EU server. It's currently the only place they are available. They will drop through your gameplay, but you can also purchase them through the marketplace, which is what I did, no surprise to anybody there. They're on sale here. You can get one for $504 if you have a membership. There's currently a 20% discount, or you can get it for $2,520. Again, membership and discount. I would assume if you don't have a membership, it's slightly higher than that, but this is where I purchased them from. I would highly recommend you play the game and let them drop and open them with your stabilizers if you do indeed have them, because that's going to cost you nothing except time. The only reason I did it this way is so that I could showcase for you what the drop rate is like. We did get a lot of terrestrial, and also so that I could showcase for you what they look like, which is absolutely fun. I love doing it. Raphael said capsules are dropping. I have 5 already. Correct. See, they're going to drop through gameplay. I would recommend you do it that way. It's much cheaper, guys. Don't buy it unless you're desperate. Hang on. Do I have mail? Wait, wrong button. This is the button I want. No mail. Okay, so I'm pretty sure someone else bought the Furious, so let's see if we can find another. Because that was kind of crazy, right? The Furious one was weird. And kind of disappointing. Surging, Nuclear Wicked. I think we've seen all of these ones. I think we've now seen all of them, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I'm not going to pay 50 million for the Furious because I don't actually want it. If there's one that comes out cheaper, I will have a look at grabbing a cheaper one just so I can showcase it. We'll keep watching the broker. But this I wanted to buy because I can't tell if that's purple smoke, but I think it is. And why on earth would Furious have purple smoke? It's got red behind it, like red kind of popping flames, with smoke coming off it that looks purple to me. It's almost like, actually I think this is kind of what Iconic said. It's like they grabbed the Wicked one and chucked red. Something like that, because this has more purple than I would expect to see in something that's Furious. And not only that, it doesn't look like a light one. They should have just grabbed the green and the yellow and changed it to red. At least it would have looked like a light ability. This is weird to me. With my Red Lantern characters, I wouldn't use it. It just looks wrong. And that looks like purple smoke. Ugh. Steve said, Steve said, bro, just grind your artifacts, not when there's a Wolfpack token or comic shaded material on offer. I'm with Steve, actually. I would say grind your artifacts. I mean, unless you're specifically trying to get into some group of elite players who are saying that they need your artifacts to be leveled, I would buy the Wolfpack token or the shaded comic material. I wouldn't buy it. I'd get that as my reward because the artifacts being fully leveled isn't necessary for good gameplay. But it depends. Like, if you are trying to get into specific groups, it can be something that they want to see on your character. They're going to inspect your character, boot you if you don't have it, which I understand some people are trying to get out of that situation. But if you're not in that situation, guys, get the Wolfpack token. If you have a lot of characters, get the Wolfpack token. If you don't, get the shaded comic material. Like, make your character look awesome. But, you know, to each their own. Robert said the green smoke for the wild vortex is pollen. I know it's supposed to be, but I don't like it. It's the wrong green color. Hang on. Let's go back to wild. Here. Do you see that green? It looks like the wrong green to me. There's a slightly yellower, lighter tinged pollen that they have in the game. You can get it in one aura, and you can see it out in the open world Gotham Botanical Gardens, and it has little sparks that look like kind of fireflies in it. It's very, very pretty. That's the pollen I'm used to seeing in this game. This I don't like. It looks like they grabbed the smoke from the Earth one and just went, just chuck it on there and change it to green. That's what it looks like to me, and I don't like it. This actually doesn't look like it's part of the same set of artifacts, I was going to say, accessories. There's no vortex. This one and the atomic both, sorry, nuclear, both don't look like they're part of the same set of accessories. I don't like it. I don't like the color of the pollen. Raphael said, I'm never getting this wolf token. No way, Jose. I'm getting the shaded material. It's so rare. It is so rare. It is something that sells for so much in-game. And I will say I understand that mentality because you can buy a Wolfpack token, but it's very difficult to buy a shaded comic material. It's subject to whether or not it's on the broker, and then subject to whether or not you can afford the price, which is usually an insanely high price. Deadworld said, I don't grind for arts, I play for fun feats, which just happens to give what I need to level up arts anyway. Same. That's exactly what I do. Deadworld said, oh, I have 20 tunes on each of my 2 accounts, so Wolfpack will benefit me better. Yes, yeah. I would say for anyone who's playing one account but both servers, a Wolfpack token is really handy because if you level up on one server, you still unlock the Wolfpack token for both because it's an account thing. They give it to you on your account, not on a specific server, which I really love. I think that's really nice the way that functions for us. And I highly recommend that. If you want, especially if you've just joined like the EU server and you've been on US all this time, if you have a fully leveled artifact on the US server and you get the Wolfpack token, you can then have a fully leveled artifact on the EU server with no effort, just by grinding through this particular patrol event. It's pretty awesome. I do really like that about it. Oni said it's supposed to be red for a red lantern. I know! Right? That is so not red lantern. Is it still here? Did it disappear? Here. Let's preview. That's not a red lantern. Although the more I look at it, the more I would love to use it for a Scarlet Witch build, not gonna lie, but not for 50 million. Oni said, I forgot the sorcery one. Yeah, Mystical is the sorcery one, but I honestly prefer the Wicked for a sorcery build. I would use that if I was going to use one for my sorcery build, which I'm not because I don't like either very much. Steve said, oh my, and I thought Surging was silly, but Arctic is worse. It so is. It's so bad. I don't know who's doing those. I really hope it's not Glitter because I really like her. I think she's good fun. But man, some of them do look very tadpole-y, guys. I don't like it. And the Arctic is pretty bad. Oh, there we go. Steve agrees. Temporal is best. Thank you. I think so too. It's a very, very pretty one. I like it very much. And I do think you could potentially use it on more than one build because it is a very pale color. The white can go with kind of anything, and the rest is a bluey and a purple. So you could put it with Celestial, you could put it with Mental, you can definitely put it with Quantum, Water even. This is probably better than the Surging one because we don't want tadpoles, guys. This is probably better for Surging than Surging if you want to put it with Water. I mean, this one's pretty versatile and very, very pretty. But I will say, if you're looking for one that perfectly matches Quantum, I don't think that it does, which is a little bit sad. Deadworld said, if I ever get Deadworld released, Laura will definitely be an official PR director, lol. She's just got good vibes. Gamers have been lacking. Oh, thank you so much. That is so nice of you. It's very hard. I'm very rarely in a bad mood. You know? You can ask anyone in my family. You can ask my mum if she's still here. She may have fallen asleep. But yeah, I very rare that I'm in a bad mood. Misplaced said, I'm on I'm on EU in England, but they aren't here yet for me, and I still have the discounts for allies, which should have ended, I think. Are you on PlayStation or PC? Because if you're on Xbox or Switch, it doesn't matter where you are, even if you were originally the EU server, they merged those servers. So Xbox and Switch both have the same timing as a US server reset. Only PC PlayStation has EU and US servers separated. So only if you play PlayStation and PC will you actually see this change right now. But as soon as we hit midnight for me, so what's that, like 4 hours from now or 3 hours from now, then you guys will have the reset occur and you'll be able to see it on every other server as well. Hopefully by then they've realized that a couple of things need a quick hot fix, like the watchful one, which is insane. I will show you guys that one just in case anyone is new into the live and missed it. It's got I was going to say a little bit of a glitch. It's got a very large glitch to it, okay? Just watch. There we go. We have left part of the accessory behind, and now we just have this over here. So I hope this gets fixed before it drops on the other server, because that's a little bit crazy, right? We don't want that happening, but honestly, I like it better without it. I mean, I don't like it at all, because it covers her face too much. I do like that the pattern is very clean and crisp. I think that's very nice. If it was lower on my character's body, I think I'd like it more. But the fact that it keeps blowing right up in her face, that bothers me. I don't like that. Oni said, yes, it's purple smoke. That doesn't make any sense for a Red Lantern character. What are they doing? Why is it purple smoke? I mean, I kind of like the look of it, but not for a Red Lantern. And not for something that's called Furious, because the Furious stuff should all match each other. If it's got purple, it doesn't match. I love purple, but it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I don't like it, guys. I don't think many people are going to be very happy with that one. Robert said the wild vortex on with the spring aura on. Oh, whoops, sorry, it scrolled. Absolute torture for your character's senses and allergies. So true. Do I have that? Hang on. Let's check if I have the aura. I can't remember, because if I do, we can put it on and then look at the wild one in there and see. No, I don't. I don't have it on here. I have it on the US server. Darn it. We could have put it on and had a look, but that would be an insane amount of flowers. Like, so crazy. Iconic said, I don't think they'll remove the CR skip only because next year will be the game's 15th year anniversary. Oh, I hope you're right. Like, I don't think they'll change it, so I think most likely we're going to get the same sort of CR skip, if we get one, that we got last year, which is the skipping up to a CR rating without an artifact pack, and that your character has to be to level 30 before you can utilize it. But I really did think they might remove it. I hope you're right, Iconic. I hope they still give that to some people. I don't have, personally, much use for it other than the style. Unlocking for my character, because the reason I like those is because of the artifact, and also because I like skipping from 0 all the way past level 30, and now we can't do that. We have to play the content anyway, so, you know, that's all fine. But I hope they do put it in the game, because there are some people who really do like those, and even though they're a downgrade from what we used to receive, getting one is better than not getting one, right? Definitely. Oni said it's like Swamp Thing ate a bunch of mushrooms and his farts are just floating above his face, lol. I agree. And that's quite unpleasant. We don't need that sort of thing, right? Oni said, I feel like they should have put the seals with John Constantine instead of grinding the battle pass all the way to the end. I mean, that would have been nice. Deadworld said, Oni, Dr. Fate sells the seals. Oh, yes, he absolutely does. We can go have a look. Let's go over to Dr. Fate so you guys can see that you'll be able to get the seals. You definitely don't have to get them from the marketplace if you don't want to. You can just go over here and use your daily rewards currency at the Fate vendor so that you're able to get more seals. And you can also get the completion seals over there. So let's do that. Man, do I hate this accessory. Oh. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, so over at the Fate vendor, right here, you can get Seal of Completion, or you can get a pack of 10 of the Seals of Preservation, which makes it very nice and handy over here for us. So just in case you weren't aware, now you know. You can get them from there, which, you know, I will say that doesn't stop people from wanting to try and grind them even faster than you're able to accumulate and pay for those. So I understand if that's something you may have already known, but hopefully it's helpful. Oni said, oh, he said, I know, but you have to wait to get the seal. Yeah, I mean, you do have to wait until you have the right currency for it.
We serve the edicts of greater beings.
So that is fair. Raphael said, what does the mechanized vortex look like? Let's find out. I did put it on earlier. It's again, not my favorite. It's not too bad. I wish it was, see how this has very clean, crisp, detailed pattern? I wish the mechanized also had that. So hang on. I know where M is, guys. I know how the alphabet works, you know. So this is the mechanized one. I mean, I like it better than the Watchful, except that I wish it was more clean and crisp. It does go in her face quite a lot. I will say, just because Iconic brought it up before, and there's probably people who are here now who weren't before, it is lopsided on my character because of her stance. So if your character stands straight, you're going to be a little bit more, it's going to look more appropriate on them because they align it to characters that stand straight. I'm just used to everything being lopsided on my character because I've had the flirty stance on most of my characters for the majority of time that I've been playing, which is nearly 6 years now. So I'm used to it. But the lopsidedness won't happen on characters that are standing straight. But if you do play with a flirty stance, you're going to have this exact same problem. So that's fun. But yeah, this is what the mechanized looks like. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I won't use it, you know? But at least the coloring on it looks relatively correct. The two different green colors both look like ones that you get in gadgets. So I think it's okay in that way, at least. Misplaced says, oh, I'm on the Xbox, lol, thank you, I'm still new to this game. That's alright, it's a complicated thing when there's so many different ways that people put their games onto different servers and different consoles. The only reason I know is because I play on all the different consoles and all the different servers, so I know how it works for this game, because I have a slight addiction to DC, in case anyone couldn't tell. So you're all good, but at least now you know. If you're on Xbox, your reset is the same as the US server, so you'll be waiting until, I think it's 3 more hours before reset for the US server, and then this will be live for all of you, so that goes for Xbox, Switch as well. My mum said Laura's never in a bad mood. Bad moods don't even exist for her. Pretty true. It's very hard to get me upset, guys. Very, very hard. Deadworld said Australia is the future. Let me know the winning Powerball numbers. Do you know how many people ask me that? It is the biggest running joke of I should take a screenshot of every time someone told me to give them the lotto numbers. A lot of people have asked Future Laura specifically for them too. She's not the kind to share those things though, just saying. But if I knew the winning lotto numbers, guess what I'd do? I'd win the lottery! Oni said the Watchful accessory looks better on Green Lantern like Jon Stewart. Watchful. Oh, yeah, maybe. I mean, the green one isn't bad. If I was going to say there's one that looks the most accurate for the color, I think that the green one is it. I think this does look like your green light power set. So, hang on, I've got other people in the way. There we go. I think this does actually look like the power set. Like, it looks like the right color. I could probably say the same for the Sinister one. But the glorious one, which is meant to be for Celestial's gold powers, that one looks like Sinister colors to me. It doesn't look like the right colors for Celestial. So, I mean, if these are supposed to match the power set colors, it's a bit disappointing that so few of them do. But honestly, the green and the yellow are probably your best bet. So the glowing and the Sinister are the most accurate to the color of what they're actually supposed to match, which is sad that there's really only 2. And I kind of agree with Oni. The Watchful one looks like it's this color too, doesn't it? It'd go on a Green Lantern. Deadworld said, I believe that Laura's mum, she just has a great attitude. I blame your parenting. You should. My mom is amazing. So it's all her, guys. It's all her. Raphael says, Mech Vortex looks okay, but meh. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. It's, I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I won't use it. So I guess that puts it slightly below mid-range for me. It's something that I probably won't put on any of my characters. Oh, really? Rose says we're on 3 hours. Thank you, Timekeeper. That's long for going through capsules. Deadworld said, that's what I said. Mech is meh. Yeah, that's exactly what you said. I think we can kind of, majority of us agree that the mech one is meh. Oni said, I mean, I like the cool gadget effect. I do also. I wish it was just a little bit more crisp. Where's mechanized? We have to remember how the alphabet goes. Okay, I scroll too fast is the problem. There we go. So I just wish, I know that the ones like that are floating up around my character are very, very crisp, but I wish that the bit that's floating around her, like in a vortex or the spiral, I wish that was just a little bit more clean so that from here, it didn't look like a blur. It looked a little bit more like the Watchful one, where I could actually see it very clean and see exactly what the texture is. I kind of wish these had more options, you know, like you could remove a part of it, because I think I'd like this a lot more if I could take away the stuff that's floating in front of her face. Raphael says, I'm glad I could catch some of your live stream at 6:15 p.m. here in Perth. Awesome. Oh, so you're 2 hours away from me. It's 8:15 p.m. for me here. So different time zones in Australia, guys. And awesome to have another Aussie in the chat. I think the majority of people who watch my channel are in the US, which is why most of the things I post about timing I do according to their timing, and why some of my live streams are at 2 a.m. for me. I'm going to put my favorite temporal one back on because I love it so much, and we'll head back home. And then if anyone has any other comments or questions, please feel free to ask, because if not, that's probably everything. Did I do aura? I did. Darn it! It just looks like an aura, guys. It's throwing me right off. Temporal. It's so pretty. Oh, I love it. Oh, it's so nice. That's my favorite one. That's rare too. Normally it ends up being enigmatic. Let's go to the penthouse. Oh, there we go. Brisbane 8:15. See? We've got some Aussies here. That's awesome. Oh, London is now 11:17 a.m. We've got all different times. I feel like Brisbane and I are in the same time zone at the moment because I am in Victoria in Melbourne. Doctor said, well, I'm EU, so you're wrong. What did I say that was wrong? Wait. What did I say that was wrong? I don't know. That doesn't surprise me. United States 6:17 p.m. or a.m.? It should be a.m., right? Because I'm p.m., so you should be 6:17 a.m., I believe. Raphael said, Australia is to the UK what Phantom Zone is to Krypton, lol. Kind of, yeah. Go Saints, absolutely not. Oh, go Melbourne Storm. I'm actually a Collingwood supporter. So, and you know, I have a good reason. The Collingwood team came to my school when I was in school and gave us drink bottles and badges and backpacks and taught us how to play footy. So I have barracked for Collingwood ever since then. Go Pies. Hey, no boo. Oh, yay, Raphael says also a Collingwood supporter. Nice. It's funny because my sister, when she did used to follow the footy, she was an Essendon supporter, and I don't know how many people will be aware of kind of the butting heads that goes on between Collingwood and Essendon, but there's a lot of it. But we got along fine, and it was hilarious because there was a time where the only time that Essendon would lose their games is when my sister watched the games. I thought it was so funny. I still think that's really funny. AC said you were taught by the devils of the code. but it was so lovely. Can you imagine being just a little kid in school and having a bunch of footy players coming out to teach you how to play footy? It was so cool. It was awesome. Anyway, guys, I think I've covered everything that I intended to. I really hope this was helpful. I know it was very rambly, and we ended up having like a long conversation instead of just a brief showcase, which honestly, I had fun. I really enjoyed it. I would do this again. So please let me know if you guys find some good uses for these and if there are ones that you do and don't like, because I'm very interested to see if people have differing opinions to me, especially where the nuclear is concerned, because that one's kind of crazy in my opinion. But yeah, do let me know. I know that I'll be waiting a little while to see what people do, because once it drops on the US server, Xbox and Switch, there'll be a lot more people who are having a look at them. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for joining me. I really enjoyed it. I always have such a fun time with you guys, even with a sprained ankle in bed feeling unwell. It's a fun time. So thank you so much, and I hope you all, no matter what time of day it is, have a good one.